Hello, everyone. It's your dog, Art Man Boxing, and we back with another boxing conversations. Oh man, I'm already loving this new camera. I didn't upgrade and got myself an iPhone 12. Shit, now shit looking real nice. Hold on, look at that. Young man, handsome. But shout out to everybody in the motherfucking chat. We back with another boxing conversations. You see, I'm rocking an exclusive Art Man apparel hoodie. I'm not even selling it in red, but I got red for myself. Man, what's going on, man? I'm feeling good, dude. It's so crazy. These people thought I was gonna lose, man. They thought, oh, Wilder lost, so that means Artman's finished. Hell no, I'm back still doing my motherfucking thing, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Fuck the haters. Fuck the British Tea fans. Shout out to all the real British fans that shop on my website. I'm making a couple drop offs tomorrow, shipping that thing out to the UK. Shout out to you guys. Um, so I heard Fury might get his UK license back. Boxing, dirty as fuck. He relinquished his license in the first place to avoid a ban from D'Angelo. Now he's reopened that case. But look, and that's what we having today's conversation, yo. Boxing is a dirty ass game, man. I swear to God it is, dude. Cause I was just sitting back today and I was like, man, should I talk about it? Should I just relax? But I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna talk about it. Boxing is a real fucked up sport. Shout out to my dude Jason. Shout out to my dude Isaiah Felix. He said, but considering who his advisor is, corruption will definitely play a factor. Let's get it. Art, yeah, let's get it, man. Let's get this shit. Let's get it. Top of the fucking morning. Um, yeah, dude, like it's a lot of shit I want to touch on. But just to break the ice, I would like to address this. Yes, Tyson Fury won at the end of the day. They gave him the victory. They let him go on. I don't care about them overturning the fight. I don't even give a damn about that shit no more. The only thing I want to acknowledge is the fact that boxing is very corrupt, and we need to understand how certain things can happen in the sport that can change the history of the sport or change the outcome of the sport. Look, there's a reason why they showed the general public that little preview of a long count. I don't know if you guys watched the playback or watched the fight or whatever live. From what I seen, man, they had it on the jumbotron. They had a little documentary about long counts in boxing, and I'm like, man, everything that's done when it comes to media, it's not done by accident. It's done by purpose. I feel like they're basically trying to inform the patients that, I mean, not patients, inform the uh, uh, um, fans that, hey, man, yeah, this sport it goes down. We have long counts. We have suspected counts, and you may be witnessing that tonight. Somebody said, "Man, name a fight where the 10 count was exactly 10." I said, "Name a fight where they have promo for long counts, and then in the same fight they have a fucking long count." Name a fight like that. Name a fight where they show a promo of long counts, and in the very fight that they're promoting, the same night, the fighter gets a long fucking count. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I seen the shit there. I was live. Tyson Fury got knocked down. I was able to jump up, fist pound another somebody on the side, dap up somebody else on the side, and tell them, hey, chop it up and get happy, and still see Fury have enough time to get up and walk around. And then you know what? You know what? One thing I noticed, fans are not denying the long count. As much as they hate Wilder, they're not denying the long count. They said, well, Wilder, he should have went to his corner instead of going to the wrong corner. He should have went to the neutral corner. So it's all Wilder's fault. It's all that Negro's fault. Nah, what you just did there, sir, was acknowledge the fact that there was a long count. Thank you for addressing that. And they're gonna say, "Oh, Art Man, get over it, Art Man. You're just crazy, man. Can't you just see the better man win?" Yeah, Tyson Fury won. He won. I ain't denying that. But I ain't denying the fact our brother Wilder was robbed of a fucking knockout again. Again. Is it just me, or can anybody else see that Tyson Fury is the only boxer in the heavyweight division that gets such a special treatment? Maybe it's because his boss is Daniel Kinningham. Can we address that? Shit, man. Can we address that shit, man? And I don't care about them overturning the fight or none of that shit. The fight, it's all said and done, man. But I'm not gonna go forward and think that corruption don't happen in this fucking sport because we didn't witness this shit with our own two eyes. But shout out to my brother Southern T. What's going on, black man?
What's up with you, brother? I ain't know. I ain't know you had me in this motherfucker yet. All right. Appreciate you
Yeah,
letting me
man, I'm
slide through
cooking
this.
up, man. Life's been good to the Art Man, dude. Shout out to everybody who shopped on Art Man Apparel. Y'all helped me get a new phone today. Shout out to y'all.
Right. Shout out to y'all good folks for supporting young black brothers, on the grind. Support.
Yep,
I
and
support
Southern
every
T, they thought this shit was over. They thought we was just gonna be done when Wilder Fury's over. I'm like, nah, nigga, there's still more fights to cover. Me and Southern T, we here to
they thought
stay.
they thought we didn't have no substance, all right?
Yep. I'm
Yeah,
like,
they
dude,
thought we didn't have no
bro,
substance, baby. We
they
got
thought we ain't had
substance.
no substance. They thought we don't got nothing. Literally, nigga, I don't even want to disclose the amount I just made off of fucking selling a fucking hoodie of not Wilder, of Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant. Shit. But speak up a little louder. I can't really hear you. I don't know if it's this new phone but you kind of low,
Can
brother
you,
Southern T.
can you hear me now? Probably sitting on my. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We just
Okay.
in here cooking up, man. Um, but yeah, I was talking about that long ass count, bro. And I know they're gonna say, "Oh, you guys are riding on this forever. The better man won." Nah, I'm not gonna ignore the fact that this guy Tyson Fury gets a treatment that no other boxer is getting at the moment.
Right. And it is a fact too, though, that it happened. Like people can say, excuse here, excuse there, but a fact isn't necessarily an excuse. When Andre Ward comes out and Andre Ward says, "Yeah, man, that count was a little too long," it goes from being, opinion of a Wilder fan to being something that actually you probably should look into. Some shit that actually, probably happened because Andre Ward said, "Oh, that count was long as fuck." And
Yep.
Andre Ward is a Hall of Famer boxer, American gold medalist. So if he said it, now you gotta hold. Now it ain't just Art Man and Southern T. Now you gotta put some kind of weight on it. Andre
Yep.
Ward came out and said,
He came out and said it. I ain't watched the playback, but did he say that during the fight?
"Yeah, not right after he said that count was a little long. Like that count was a little long. Like after it was over with, he said that count was long."
Yeah, man, because motherfuckers know what time it is. He looking back like, wait, hold on, man. I don't know about that one, yo. That count was long as shit, bro. Long
Yeah,
as shit,
he
man.
he
And everybody loved
he.
talking about Al Heyman and how Al Heyman blocking fights and Al Heyman doing this. When these niggas gonna have that energy for fucking the big man in charge? The big man in charge. And we know who that man is. We know him. He looked like a motherfucking family dad, a regular average dad, but he a fucking billionaire. Motherfucker look like somebody you can just rob in the street, somebody you can just whoop their ass. Not even knowing that this nigga got goonies out the world that gun your ass down in Spain. Shit.
You talking about Kinahan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
man.
got smoke for Al Heyman. Oh, Al Heyman, he blocking fights. Al Heyman, he don't want Tank to do this. Al Heyman don't want Wilder to do that. Nigga, what about the man that's in charge on Tyson Fury's side? Because it ain't Bob or Frank Warren.
Yeah, they definitely playing a different game. That's why. That's why I wrote that question in the Brian Custer joint, and I want people to, bro. It's very important that at least the fans are addressing that Daniel Kinahan thing because the media is not going to touch it because they want to take down Al Heyman too. It's important that we address it because if y'all don't pay attention, Daniel Kinahan runs MTK and MTK runs Pro Bellum. And Pro Bellum is starting to get into bed with the sanctioning bodies. And so if that happens, they can get in the way of unifications. Uh, Like Errol Spence was supposed to fight Ugas for 3 belts. The WBA intervened with that, so we don't even know if that's going to happen now, and that's whack. That's not good for the fans. Y'all is just doing a favor for a billionaire drug dealer. That's whack.
Y'all
So I
doing
think it's important that
favors.
we all put pressure on the fighters, the managers, the promoters. Do what you could do on social media just to let the people know that, bro, there's a literal criminal. Bro, the dude can't even travel into America, bro. If you Google Daniel Kinahan travel to America, he banned from this country. If he
Yeah,
sets foot in this
he's
country,
banned.
the FBI can arrest him on site. It's over.
How is this man banned but own fighters here fighting in America? But then they want to tell us, oh man, he never been convicted, or bro. I'm like, man, save that shit, bro, because I know a lot of drug dealers on my block who ain't never been convicted.
But bro, but that's a dumb point. He never been convicted because he lives in a place where there's no extradition. Like for example, Russell Simmons, he got, the dude who invented Def Jam. He got caught up with the Me Too movement. You know what he did? He sold all his American properties and assets, and he moved to Bali. That's in Indonesia. There is no extradition there, so they could never arrest him. There's nothing that he not tied down to America. Daniel Kinahan has no ties in the UK. He lives in Dubai. They can't go there and arrest him.
They can't.
Yeah, he never been convicted. He live in a country where they can't convict him.
Man got $1 billion fucking dollars, bro, and some money undisclosed that we don't even know about.
Yeah, it's whack, but you know how I feel, man. I talked to both of y'all offline about it, and my thing is just like, I don't like, I'm not sure if the entire Wilder team went into it totally embracing what they were up against. I think they were looking at it like a boxing match, and yeah, it turned racial, and I know they knew that, but like, yo, when it's a war that caliber, gloves is off, bro. Gloves is
Gloves
all
is
the way
fucking
off. Whatever you
off,
got to
man.
do, you got to go and do it.
And like, first of all, shout out to Wilder. Happy birthday to the brother Deontay Wilder. He's only getting stronger, older, and wiser. Salute to him and his family. I hope he lives many years. May Allah bless him and his family to live a long life. Shout out to him. But at the end of the day, I respect the brother, but man, it's like you gotta turn your savage up, bro. You gotta, man. It's like when dealing with those type of characters, bro. Like, man, you gotta turn your savage up 100%, man. The only way you can beat an evil, fucking robbing, deceiving, cheating European is to get down and dirty like them.
Yeah, you gotta.
I'm gonna keep it 100. You gotta get low like them. Wilder should have been putting Fury in the motherfucking headlock too. Shit.
Yeah, no, there's no limit to the type of stuff Wilder should have been doing. But even as early as the Glove Gate 2, I always in the COVID, but I'll do that later. For Glove Gate 2, I always felt that Wilder's team should have tried to take some form of legal action, whether it's Paffin, the NSAC, Fury, the WBC, because at the end of the day, you could look at the pictures and see that's not normal. No one in boxing.
I feel like Wilder was just on some, I'm just gonna go in there and beat his ass and all is forgiven. That's what I honestly feel like he was on some, I'm just gonna beat him and all is forgiven. But it's like, bro, like these niggas, bro. I was listening to that Drew Titan and Glasses Malone conversation, bro, and Glasses Malone said something. He said, bro, these motherfuckers, they willing to do whatever it takes to beat your ass. They'll do whatever.
And especially if a fighter is, here's the crazy thing, right? If Fury fought Joshua, right, instead of Wilder, Fury never would have cheated in the way that he does because Joshua don't represent what Wilder does.
Yep, and it wouldn't go sky like that.
But not only Fury, Top Rank and MTK, they could not let Wilder reach the heights of legendary status that he would have reached if he beat Fury, bro. I was saying this on T shows. Till this day, if Wilder beats Fury, till this day is like the new float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, bro. The Top Rank will not allow that kind of greatness to come out of PBC while they exist in boxing, bro. They're petty, they're jealous, and they're vindictive, and they want to control the platform of boxing. So they're not going to let someone that they don't promote be great. Not only that, they're not letting a black man be great off
I
their
was
watch.
gonna say, they got
So
Terrence
you know what
Crawford
they
on
did? They saw
lockdown right
Fury
now.
and they cheated.
They
And
can
so
literally make Terrence Crawford the biggest thing in boxing, bro.
They could have. They didn't fuck that all up.
I
Now
mean,
it's 147 too high right now.
they could make Terrence big, but that's not their priorities. They have different priorities. They got the guys they like.
And he
And
telling
see
you,
this, and this is why I love PBC, bro. I love sports. I love competition, and I love fair competition. And so you go in there and you let the guys fight, and whoever's the greater competitor, the better fighter wins, and that's it. You show love to both dudes. Top Rank is like, we like Lomachenko, so we just gonna try to make Lomachenko look crazy, and it's like that's not real. That's fake. That's wrestling.
Like,
I don't
Despite
watch boxing
losing
to
his
watch
second pro
wrestling.
fight.
If you know what I'm saying?
look at Valdez, bro. They let Valdez go in there with the T, rob the dude, and then they built a statue of the motherfucker. And then I swear to God, go to the highlights of that fight, bro. What's his name? Ain't land no punch in that fucking highlight. Robinson, he ain't land no punch in that fucking highlight, bro. It's like ESPN, bro, and Top Rank. It's like,
It's just like what they did to Regis. It's just like what they did to
Yo, but that's
Regis
the
against
thing,
Taylor.
and that's the one. Like that is the one advantage I'll say Top Rank has over PBC. If you even want to call it an advantage, is like they'll do that fake stuff. Like PBC don't really do that. Like a lot of people hate on PBC, but look at PBC. Like you think PBC want J-Rock to lose or Hurd to lose or like Wilder to lose? They don't do that, bro. PBC like,
they
look, we
still
gonna
could have
put their
been,
best
man, they
opponent.
could have been cashing out on a Hurd fight right now. Hurd and Charlo.
Well, that's
That's a
because Top
pay-per-view
Rank.
fight, bro. If they did it when they could have did it way back, they would have
That-
just. That's a pay-per-view. But they
That's
don't
because
care. They're about competition and fun television.
that's
And so
because Top
they
Rank
make good fights,
stable.
and whatever happens, happens, and that's it.
Heard they want-
Or you think they wanted Vito Melnicki to lose? They little young gunner? Or who's the other young dude that they had lose? Carlos Balderas. They had mad young fighters lose. And
Barry
it's
Entis
just
lost too.
Top Rank. Do not play that, bro. If you're in Top Rank's good graces, you're not losing.
Well,
Period.
Top Rank
But
also.
what was you saying, Brother Beehive?
I was just gonna say that Top Rank
Say it again
has.
for me.
I think you're talking about me. I was just gonna say that Top Rank has such a limited stable. They have
All right,
so.
you talking to me?
I was just gonna say that Top Rank has such a limited stable that they have so few fighters that they have to keep them in witness protection. So they have to sort of match them up easy until there's enough hype on their name, and until they find someone that they can cross promote and actually beat. Which is why Top Rank don't like cross promotions until it's Fury v Wilder because they know they can fix that up right. Whereas PBC, the competition's so good and there's so many likable fighters, people losing and mixing it up is not a big deal because the fans still win in the end. Whereas you got people, like Valdez fighting rank 14s and losing, and then you got Gabriel Flores Jr. getting exposed by somebody we've never fucking heard of. We barely heard of Gabriel Flores Jr. So it's hard. Like every 6 months they got to change their pound for pound list. Every fucking 6 months because somebody getting wiped off the damn board.
talking about Top Rank.
Yeah, every 6 months. Lomachenko coming in, the greatest thing since sliced bread. Nigga lose his second pro fight to a motherfucker with 12 losses. They still talking about, oh, he the truth. Motherfucker, how? He lost in his first 20 fights.
They manufacture champions over there. They don't let champions grow. They don't let the champions reveal themselves. They like to manufacture a champion. They like to say, oh well, I think Art Man's a nice looking dude. Art Man got a strong punch. We're gonna make Art Man a star. I think the D-Half is a star, but he's not really that good. But we're gonna make him a star anyway. Then you got Lex over here. Lex is clearly the best fighter out of them, but he too black. So I'm just gonna put him over there in the side and let him Terrence Crawford. I'm just gonna put him over there on the side and let him build type shit. Until he get big enough to where I can tell him he ain't shit and still make good money off him.
they like the manufacturer. They don't let the talent, like PBC. I get what y'all saying. PBC let the talent rise to the top.
I said something similar. It's like PBC, they do it the natural way where they let a fighter like go in there and fight somebody tough and beat him because they understand, like, or sometimes they understand that that's how you gain the respect of fans. If you go in there and beat somebody we don't think you're gonna beat off top. You know what I'm saying?
Why do people want Mexicans to beat up black people so bad?
You said what?
Why do people want Mexicans to beat up black people so bad?
They're not used to it.
David, the African assassin Benavidez.
He's beaten no black people of note.
You see that shit? David, the African assassin Benavidez, and I know David. He's not on that shit. But that's to be honest, that's one of the reasons why I respect David Benavidez. Because he goes in there and he fights with tough black guys.
This don't got nothing to do.
And he wants to fight him.
This don't got nothing to do with nothing. David Benavidez half white though.
Word?
He half white.
Oh, damn! I didn't know all that. But like what you were just saying, T. They want it to happen because it usually don't. It's the same reason why white people got so hyped off of Tyson Fury. They're not used to seeing it happen. Like I think the Tyson Fury Wilder situation is like a Western, someone like not from Eastern Europe, not from Russia, not from who gives a fuckistan. Somebody from Western Europe beat a notable undefeated African American fighter. I don't think that's actually happened since fucking Louis V. Smelling.
Yeah, and they're calling this shit the greatest fight ever.
Retarded.
They're saying Fury versus Wilder is the greatest fight ever, and I feel like just because the fact that what you just said.
Yeah, because if Wilder had won, would nobody be covering this bullshit? Mike Coppinger wouldn't be wishing motherfuckers happy birthday. We wouldn't be talking about Wilder. We wouldn't be talking about greatest skill. They'd be talking about who Wilder needs to fight next to lose. They'd be like, now we need to make Wilder v. Usyk so he can lose. That's all they'd be talking about.
I'll break that right down for y'all.
Go ahead.
Pete, right? All these like Max Kellerman, Kevin Iole, Raphael, Coppinger, all these dudes, bro, they're nerdy white dudes, bro, and they're insecure. And they work in a sport that has historically been dominated by African Americans and Latinos. Mm-hmm. And when they see that, it's uncomfortable for them because it look at this chat, bro. Like we all grew up on rap music. We all come from a certain like area and background. They don't relate to that. They want the sport to reflect what they relate to. And so and same with the promoters, same with Bob Arum, same with all I don't remember all the people that they work with, but all them dudes, bro, they want the sport to look like them, but that's not boxing, bro. There's no high school boxing, there's no middle school boxing, there is no college boxing. So what that means is you got to have people from the hood play it. So it's Latinos and blacks.
Well,
Arum they don't want that, bro. They don't.
Well, Arum just trying to capitalize off the changing demographics in the United States. Like if I told people all the time, if you go on his Wikipedia, you could literally see where it says Arum specifically caters to the Hispanic crowd. And that's whatever. But when you intentionally holding back black talent, that's where I have the problem. We should all be able to mix it up, and whoever survives, survives.
My
that's
thing
what
with that is Arum don't even push. Like if you look at the last couple fighters, Arum really pushed. They really pushed Fury. They really pushed Lomachenko, and they really pushed Pacquiao. That's not, none of them dudes is Latino. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not really what. Like don't get it twisted. I feel what you're saying, but that's not what Bob is focused on, bro. Bob is focused on fighters that look like him.
Well, no, I'm not disagreeing with you, but what I'm saying is that, like I said, he's just pushing I'm not saying he's pushing the quality once to the top. I'm saying he's trying to maximize. I'm saying he's trying to put quantity over quality. He's just trying to get a bunch of them to make sure that crowd is sold in. But also to what you were saying, he was pushing Lopez for a minute until Lopez started talking shit, started talking that independent businessman, I want my money type shit. And then that's when the shit got sour.
Bob cracked his ass. He said,
he was pushing him. He was pushing him for a hot minute because as long as Top Rank win, Bob ain't tripping. But the moment he started talking that, well, I need some more money, I need this, I need that, that's when Bob was like, okay, all right, nigga. So here's what we finna do here, and they had to put him on hush mode.
Nah, that's facts, and so that's why, like, bro, so many of the like it.
Oh, he cut out.
Oh,
He
snap.
probably got a phone call or something. But yeah, man, like you can tell Bob Arum is trying to cater to that crowd, bro. I'm telling you, dude, these folks are so sly that they fucked around and ran the same rumor of Tyson Fury donating to the charity. They immediately ran that rumor after the fight, trying to convince the general public that, hey, man, this guy's a good guy. He's a good guy.
My homegirl was we was talking about it today. She was like, Tyson Fury seemed like a good guy outside of Deontay Wilder. And I said to be real, shit, I thought he was a good dude too before he started, the cheating shit. And then she was like, but he do got a history of cheating too. And I was like, yeah, that nigga faking. He a good, he a
He's the Gypsy King. He's the Gyp King, nigga.
He's just white. That's all it takes. People, when we talk about race, they don't understand. He's just white. That's all it takes. Like, for example, I don't mean to deviate too far from boxing, but y'all need to watch that Jeffrey Epstein documentary. This nigga has been like fired. He had been like fired from every job he ever had and kept getting shit just handed to him. He wasn't especially smart. He didn't go to no school. He just kept getting shit because he was in the room and he was white. Motherfuckers will literally just be like, "Hey, Epstein."
I don't need to watch Jeffrey Epstein documentaries to know that. I can see that shit with my own eyes.
Literally, like, bro, that's all it
situations that
takes.
go on. Yeah, I've heard situations like that where people don't even have white people who don't even have manager experience or a college degree end up getting those positions over people who do got those degrees just off the fact that,
You
the
look
complexion.
trustworthy.
And
real
they like
quick,
to see
real
we
quick.
just complaining. I've seen somebody that, somebody who actually support me. I wouldn't say support me, but he liked my tweets or whatever. He said something real strange. And I'm like, I don't like that. They said that we're black people who try to pander this race thing to black people to get followers and views or to get people upset at a sort of particular group. And to debunk that,
The fuck?
fuck that.
Art,
That is
you
some
should have invited him
bullshit.
to
I
a
wouldn't be
debate. It's very
having this
easy.
conversation if this stuff didn't happen. We call
Right.
it out. It's like they get mad at us for calling it out and saying that, God damn, can you not guys just not call it out?
They don't want us to
Can you
have
just
shit.
suffer? When I hear that shit, I hear, can you just suffer in silence?
Right.
Yeah,
That's what the
fuck
fuck
all
I
that.
hear.
We already don't got shit. And then when we say we don't got shit, you being emotional, you being weak,
Stop
you
being a
can't
victim. Stop being a
handle it.
victim.
That's what's going on. Don't
Yeah.
that's the move. To act like
Nah,
it's not happening, and then when we talk about it, act like we being, act like we the weaker, person for speaking on it. That's why I say a person, that's why I say a closet racist is worse than the racist, or somebody who pretend to not be racist. They worse than somebody who actually racist, because you act like shit don't happen. If you would, that mean you would turn your head if some shit happened to me. You would talk to me and all that shit, but if something happened for real, you go look the other way. And I don't fuck with people like that.
Rick Glacier
the
called me a
general-
racist today.
Oh yeah, I saw that
You
exchange.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, I didn't even respond to that because, like, the fact that he likes to call us LDBCers, ERS.
Or Hamanites.
And I'm like, what?
Don't forget
Nigga?
Hamanite.
And I called him out. I'm like, bro, you a grown ass man. If you want to be racist and say some racist shit, nigga, go on and say it, man. Say it. Say it. Why you gotta be a fucking coward? You a grown ass man. What,
For
you
the
afraid
general-
to say it?
For the general public.
To racists. Fucking, I done spoke to racists. I ain't scared. Go ahead, say what you got. Say what the fuck you gotta say. Cause I say what the fuck I gotta say around anyone.
My thing is this, right? Like, I'm not really trying to sit here and argue with Rick Glazer because he's an idiot. Like, he is
That's
such an
why
idiot.
I didn't go back and forth, but it was just like, bro, I just told him straight up, like, bro, just if you want to say what you want to say, just say it. Don't say LDBC.
But not like I'm not even giving him no clout, bro. My thing.
All races are idiots because how dumb do you gotta be to think that you better than me just because your skin different? How you know what I'm saying? You slow anyway if you're a racist. Like the racist, my saying is a racist is the bottom of the barrel. That's the bottom of the earth. That's the scum of the earth. Because how do you feel like I could literally be doing better than you in life, but you still think you better than me because you white.
Right. And don't tell me not to talk about race and you over here waving flags in your bio. I can't stand that shit. Why you gotta talk about race, but then you got all types of flags in your bio, repping UK, repping Mexico, repping this, repping that. Like, man, shut the fuck up.
You a known racist calling us racist.
And then he gonna put the UK flag in the tweet. I'm like, bro, nigga, ain't you based out of New York?
Well, all you have to do is all you have to do is challenge someone like that to it. Bro, come on my show and talk to me about it. If you don't think boxing has racism in it, give me your thoughts and I'll expose them. It won't take long.
Yeah,
it won't take long at all.
If boxing wasn't about race, people wouldn't be waving flags of fights. It's that simple.
Bro, boxing loves race, bro, because every fight, all the big fights are sold off of race. Puerto Rico, Mexico, black versus white, UK versus American. That's just the history of the sport. It is what it is.
They don't like it when we win and we make it racial.
But we don't make it racial though. That's the thing. Like,
no. I'm saying like if black people dominate the sport, but if we say black people dominate the sport, you being racist, you can't say that. You know what I mean? But it's a fact though. Like for the most, not even for the most, it's a factual right now. The most champions are black people. Like we got the most champions in Mexican second. It's a fact right now. We got the most belts. Like so for us to say we dominate boxing is not us making it racial. That's like y'all said. That's history. That's what happened. That's really what's going on. It's a fact. You know what I mean? If we celebrate it every time we won a fight, I was talking to Hungry about this too. If we celebrate every time we won a fight, bro, we'll never stop celebrating. Y'all celebrate so hard when y'all get one because y'all don't get them that often, especially over a black athlete. You know what I mean?
Undefeated
it don't happen a lot. So
when you go back and look at the top, when you go back and look at like just off the top of the dome, name the greatest fighters to ever lace up the gloves. Just off the top of the dome, the very first person you're gonna name is 9 times out of 10 black.
Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
Black from America.
The first 5 people you gonna name.
The first 5 is you gonna say Mike Tyson, fucking
Muhammad
Sugar
Ali,
Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali,
Mayweather,
and whoever, bro. Tommy Hearns, bro. It's just so many. It's so many, bro. And it's not to. I don't even like apologizing or putting a little disclaimer out there or whatever. Nigga, it's just the fucking flat out truth. We got a lot of legends coming out of our community. And we all know why. Because the struggle breeds fucking great fighters, man. It does. It does. And when you mix the struggle, determination with people that motherfucking been fighting for a very long time, come on, bro. Niggas be fighting in the damn womb, bro. The fuck out of here.
But see, look, here's what I have a problem with, right? While I agree with everything y'all are saying, I think we need to change the communication points. Like, I want to use this Wilder situation as a learning experience, right? And a big place where Wilder made a mistake, in my opinion, is because all of the public was putting so much pressure on him to fight a real opponent because AJ was getting all the hype that Wilder dug up. He basically dug up AIDS. You know what I'm saying? Like, he dug up something that ended up being so evil and vile that he wasn't ready to fight against it. And that's like,
that wasn't the situation. That wasn't completely the situation. They were only hating on Wilder because he was undefeated, African American, and outspoken.
No. Look. But that's my point, bro. If you look at what they did with Lomachenko. Lomachenko fights Jorge Linares, Crolla, what's the other, Campbell. These are not good fights. But when he does them fights, everyone says, "Oh my God, he's so great. He's so great. He's amazing." So guess what I'm gonna do, right? With Tank, Tank can fight whoever he want. You know what I'm gonna say? Yo, he amazing. I love Tank. He the dopest. We need to come together and communicate to the fighters we like. Don't fall to the pressure. If everything ain't in your advantage, don't do it. Because they put so much pressure on Wilder that he fought an away game against a drug cheat, against a glove cheat, against someone that put drugs in his water, and he went back and did it again because he is that brave and that much of a soldier. But he shouldn't have to do that. He shouldn't have to
Right.
do that because their fighters don't do that. Triple G
Right.
don't do that. Lomachenko don't do that. Josh Taylor, none of these dudes do that. So guess
You
what?
gotta work
We-
hard. You gotta work twice as hard.
But we always taking the risk. We're always taking the risk.
But one
And
thing
Art,
that
that's my
bothers me,
all,
is that we're always the ones that try to be objective, and it's like, no, we need to consolidate and actually start utilizing the same bias they often use
and
on us.
that's
We need to give our fighters the same credit for the same work.
it ain't even credit though. It's like, remember when Floyd used to say, they say, yo, you a coward, you scared of Pacquiao, you scared of this dude. Floyd, you know what he would say back? Well, at least I'm a rich coward. And guess what Floyd did? Floyd kept fighting the dude that he could fight when it made sense for him and everything worked for him. And then he fought Pacquiao when it was in his advantage. Because guess what? Matchmaking is a part of boxing. It don't matter. It had like someone's going to be an advantage no matter what. Fury took the second fight when it was an advantage to him, and the third fight. Floyd took the Pacquiao fight when it was an advantage to him. There's always going to be someone having an advantage. We need to instill into our fighters that you don't got to move on their time. Errol Spence, you fight Terrence Crawford when you want to fight him, not when the media says it's time, not when Terrence Crawford says it's time, when you say it's time. Same with
This
Tank, same with Wilder, same with everyone. I'm not trying to hear that shit no more.
Well, it's
Dudes
just
need to
hard.
fight, huh?
I was just gonna say it's just hard because, like, for example, look at all the people that they try to get friends around the water cooler. They trying to seem like, and I'm talking about black people, like, for example, people that are like crazy Bud sexuals. No offense to anyone who loves Bud so much and thinks that he ain't nothing nobody. They'll be like, oh yeah, Wilder got his ass whooped. Da 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 da. Like, look at the punch drunks of the world. We got too many of those within our own community.
I feel you, and it is going to be hard, but that's why I'm saying it's on because I know y'all be in the community too. Y'all probably might talk on Fred's show, or y'all might talk on Blue Blood show, or y'all might talk on what's Drew show. Y'all got to go on those shows and spread this message. We need to throw away the idea that we need to prove it's over for that. It's over. Floyd did everything he wanted and he got every advantage, and it worked out for him because of that. Like you think if he fought Pacquiao when they was wanting him to, who knows? They might have drugged him too, and he might have lost too. And he got to
Right.
throw away his whole future, his whole career, his whole legacy, all the money he made just because these dudes are shiesty cheaters. Nah, we not playing that game no more. We are not. Tank fight who
and
he
actually,
want, when he want, how he want, and it's got to be like that for everybody from now on out. I'm not like I'm only me. I don't got no power in this sport. But if it's up to me, I don't care what they say. If Tank say he want to fight Artman next, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna buy a ticket, and I'm gonna love that fight. And if he
And I'm a
smoke
damn
Artman,
sure sign
whatever.
that contract.
Yeah,
Right? Shit.
Artman going to take it. It's
I'll
going to
take
sell
that
out,
check.
and we gonna be lit.
Man, Rolly bullshit. He bullshitting in that fucking press conference, nigga. I be in that motherfucker like, yeah, nigga. Everybody think this guy a star. I'm about to kick his ass, cuz watch this. Look,
Rolly,
Because
Yeah,
that's
Rolly
the
know
type
he
of
go.
shit you gotta have. This nigga here,
bro,
my dick is bigger than his arms.
It
Nigga,
is a
shut the
motherfucker.
fuck up, you
Because
fucking
Rolly
weasel.
know he
Nah,
gonna get hurt.
afraid.
Rolly know he gonna
Dude
get
is
hurt.
afraid. Dude is afraid, bro. Did you see?
Bro, he
Tank
know
was
it. Y'all can hear it in his voice.
Rolly know he
Tank was
gonna get hurt.
wanted to say something so bad, but he couldn't even get it out because he just had to hear what Tank was saying. Did y'all see how he was fixing his mouth and shit? Tank was talking to him, and Riley was like, he was looking for his time to get in, but he couldn't get in because Tank, he was like, he wanted to hear what Tank was saying, but Tank got that man. Tank got him. Tank already beat him mentally.
I thought
He
it
finna beat
was funny. I thought it was funny how Mayweather was telling Rolly to hush at the press conference. He was like, "All right, nigga, just shut all that up. I'm talking." Now, I made smart investments. You know, I got lots of money. I made smart investments my whole career. You know, I got to do his thing.
Exactly. Hey, my dude NJ MP said Artman finna fight Boots and Ortiz. Hell yeah, in the same night. for what's her name?
Oh, Bumgarner.
Yeah, hell yeah. What's up? I signed
Can
a
I
contract tonight. Said that shit over with.
can I respond to the boy Jason real quick?
Go ahead.
Yo, he said Mayweather has no morals, though he always shit on black people. Like, while I agree with that right now. When Floyd was moving through his career and he was still active, he really wasn't on that time. He might say some weird stuff once in a while, but at the end of the day, I think he knew what he represented, and he fought and he kept winning. And so, like, I feel you, bro. Like right now, Floyd is on some other ish that I really don't agree with, but I don't want to give him no attention either, bro. We just need to we need to come together like a fist and move like a unit because that's how these dudes is moving. Bro, people. And guess what? If everyone does what they supposed to, Wilder, Errol, Tank, whoever, PBC gonna take over and gonna get these dudes out the game. And
I
at
feel
that
like they
point,
setting Arrow
it's
up
a
too.
wrap.
Arrow got to be straight. He got to be cool, calm, and collective out here because you see they already taking away this nigga unifications and shit.
They trying to get Ugas the fuck up out the
Outta
paint. They
there.
want Ugas gone.
Right. They sure
They trying
do.
to get Ugas knocked the fuck out. I'm not saying Stanionis is like, oh, he's just gonna come in and run him over, but I'm saying they that's why they matched him up tough.
Nah,
Nah,
they
watch
they
Thanos'
listen.
gloves too. Matter of fact,
I don't think that Ugas and Stanionis is gonna happen personally.
Oh, what you think gonna happen?
I think Ugas is just gonna vacate. Because
Damn.
think about it like this. You tell me, right? If Ugas has the opportunity to fight Errol next, how much money is he gonna make?
A grip more than he's ever made.
No, but give me a guess.
probably like
his
a cool 2 million.
7. Oh, I was gonna say at least 7 with the pay-per-view included.
I was gonna
Right,
say
okay,
like 2.
but y'all are right. He gonna make millions. It might be 2, it might be 7. Either way, it's millions. Okay, now if he fights Stanionis, how much y'all think he gonna make?
Probably
500,000.
1.1.
Nah, ain't gonna be no 1 point anything. It ain't gonna be no millions. I'll tell you that much.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's gonna be like
And so
500,000.
so for that reason alone, the WBA could do whatever they want and try to jerk Errol, PBC, Ugas. That's too much money for a guy that's come from Cuba and had to fight for his freedom. Like it's this not even a regular person we talking about in Cuba. Like I got Cuban friends, bro. If they catch you trying to escape the country, they throw you in jail and will like kill your family. So Ugas is not passing up them millions. He just gonna drop the belt. Like
Yeah,
and
David
guess
Morrell.
what? Huh?
I was gonna say David Morrell's family. The Cuban government got his brother.
That's what I'm saying. When
Yeah.
you are Cuban, if you escape, and if like David Morrell escaped, they'll kidnap your family to make a point like, yo, you can't go nowhere. You gotta, and to even escape Cuba is crazy. You gotta go through you gotta go to Miami on like a raft or go to another country and then come to America. It's not easy, bro. So I know that he gonna vacate, bro. And guess what? As staying on tune with what I'm saying, we gotta be like, fuck that belt. Who cares? Ugas beat Pacquiao. He the real champ. Stanionis is a nobody. Stanionis can have the belt. Who cares?
And also
That's
Ugas, and also that's a high risk situation. Like I said, Ugas might fuck around and lose because Stanionis got potential. I'm not saying he's got pound for pound potential, but I'm saying he got potential to be Ugas based on if we're talking about style matchups. But honestly, I think Ugas does have what it takes to get past Stanionis. So hopefully he doesn't vacate next match to get off the dub. But if he did, I mean, I wonder what's his path forward. Like if he did vacate, like what's his path forward to getting the Spence fight? Just like Spence taking it on GP.
He already got a contract for Spence.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. I mean, if he can make that happen, or maybe he could be Spence's tune-up for Crawford or whoever.
They should fuck around and make Stenosis versus fucking Boots out of
Oh,
nowhere.
nah. Fucking Boots will tear his little ass out the frame. That's why they're trying to get Virgil Ortiz in there. They trying to let fucking Stanionis take Ugas spot, and then hopefully if he gets the belt, whether he vacates or not, they're gonna make Stanionis versus Virgil Ortiz, and Virgil Ortiz probably gonna decision his ass. Virgil Ortiz too quick. Stanionis don't have enough hand speed.
What do you guys think about tomorrow's fight?
It's gonna be solid. I'm actually watching the Bridgerweight joint right now. Interestingly enough,
Nigga, it will be crazy as shit. It would be crazy as hell if Heron goes out there and outclass Shakur Stevenson.
If he stops Stevenson, I'll shit on myself. I'll be like, damn, you stopped Stevenson. Like, I swear to God, I'll shit all over myself. If he stops Stevenson.
Hey, Tony
So,
Montgomery, that shit's fake, bro. That shit's fake as hell. It's just another racist on Twitter trying to fucking stop a fucking fight. Bro, that shit would have been biggest news out, nigga, right now if Terrence Crawford or Sean Porter was out due to an injury. When the last time you heard of Bud even being injured?
I just assumed he was ducking because he didn't want to fight Porter. I mean, he didn't want to fight Porter as it was.
Yeah,
I heard that he
cap.
sent.
It's cap.
I heard.
It's cap.
I heard that he sent a contract to Virgil Ortiz Jr. Virgil Ortiz didn't want it, so I'm like, shit, maybe he was trying to get away from the Porter situation. But I'm glad it's not real. If it's not, that was going to be one of the better fights. So I'm glad it's not real. But yeah, no, I definitely agree with what Lex is saying. I think we need to consolidate, facts without facts. We can't be the only ones being objective because clearly it ain't working for us. And and especially with the Lomachenko situation, this man literally came into boxing taking L's to dudes with 12 losses, and people still treat him like he's the best thing since fucking sliced bread. Like, it shit gets on my fucking nerves. Like, they still talking about him like he's the unsolvable Matrix puzzle. I'm like, nigga, he's been solved twice.
But Pete, though, right? They don't even want. It's not even. You can't even look at it like objectivity, because they say they want unification, but when Wilder had the belt, they didn't want unification.
They want him to fight White for some reason.
Yeah. It's like, bro, what do y'all want? Y'all switch y'all opinion depending on who it is. It's every single. That's why I don't even like arguing on Twitter, because I already know that's what they're gonna do. Like, they happy for Josh Taylor unification, but they never wanted Wilder unification. And then Charlo Castano is fighting, and then they say we want Costa Zoo as the mandatory. Forget the unification. Like, what do y'all want, bro? Y'all switch.
But Teofimo don't have to unify a motherfucking thing.
Yeah, Teofimo don't have to fight Devin
for undisputed. Yeah,
right. Like, come on, what is it, bro? Y'all switch every single time. So
and then Canelo didn't have to fight Andrade at 160.
How he just peer pressure Jojo Diaz into taking the fucking fight, bro. Devin Haney got to be careful too. You know who this nigga involved with?
Right,
he MTK too.
And he fights dirty as hell, just like Fortuna, Payano. He rabbit punches all those motherfuckers. He dirty as hell. He fights super dirty. Like, I watched the Tevin Farmer fight. He fight dirty as fuck. And also, it's funny because if you watch in the beginning of the Tevin Farmer fight, his dad is trying to put Vaseline on his chest and shit, and the ref got to be like, hey, nah, nigga, like, nah, take some of that shit off. So they already on bullshit.
Niggas already on that bullshit, man.
And that's why it's important to call to attention this MTK stuff. They say Bud is with MTK. So after seeing Fury cheat Wilder, you think I want to see Errol fight Bud, who's supposedly with MTK? I don't. And guess what? If Bud skipped that, I'm sorry. If Errol skips Bud, I don't even care. Go to 154, fight Erickson Lubin, and then fight Castano on pay-per-view. I'm buying both of them.
And whoop Charlo ass. Hopefully he stay down there.
I mean, that's the homie, so that ain't gonna happen. But I feel you. Charlo, another one. I'm just not even like acknowledging him. He's not even.
He's too stupid to speak publicly and be taken seriously. Just shut the fuck up, Charlo.
They said who's the biggest duck in boxing? It's Ryan Garcia.
Absolutely, he ducked the entire sport. He ducked the entire sport because one punch, he was like, damn, and maybe I am a hype job. He had to go rethink some shit.
And we all seen it, and that's the sad part.
He was like, damn, maybe I ain't shit. Maybe I am just a fucking TikTok star. And then meanwhile calling out some damn tanks. Niggas, sit your ass down.
Said Canelo's a duck until he fights Charlo or Andrade or, let's be real. I'm going to keep it 100. I feel like he picked Plant because he believes Plant is the weakest out of all of them.
Plant got a belt.
That's why I think he picked Plant, yo. Yeah, that's why.
You think that's why he picked that division?
Yeah.
Or like why he saved Plant for last? Because I'm like, Plant is easily the best person he fought at 168.
He's the hardest test of the people he's going to fight. But what Art's saying is he picked Plant because he's white, and he think he got him an easy one. He think he got him an easy one. But what I'm saying is that's not the case. You know what I mean? Yeah. He just went that way because it's a white dude. He was like, y'all know what's going on. Y'all know what Canelo be doing out here. So he picked Caleb Plant.
American white dudes got so many. They got so many other avenues to make bread. That's why they haven't had a decent one since fucking Kelly Pavlik. But Shit,
Not that one.
Plant here now.
Not that one though.
Yeah, Plant don't give a fuck. He like, man, fuck you. You a fat bitch. On this shit, you a bitch. You a fat bitch.
Bro, how many niggas talk to Canelo like that? For real.
No.
Aside from maybe
Nobody-
Mayweather.
I ever heard name one person who talked to Canelo like that.
Nah, nothing to me.
I was talking to my homie about this John too, man. Look, dude bigger than motherfuckers think. Naturally, he a lot bigger than Canelo. I don't think naturally Canelo will even be fighting at 168. You know what I mean? But I think we
Plant's 6'1".
Yeah, I think we
Yeah,
in
Plant.
for some. Everybody in for it. I think we gonna be in for a surprise, man. And I could be wrong. Canelo the favorite, but all right. And
Canelo the favorite because of politics.
even when
That's the
I'm
only
wrong,
reason.
I could have been. Even when I'm wrong, I could have been right. So I'm right. Even when I'm wrong.
That's the only reason I'm picking Canelo because of politics. I think he's gonna win by robbery. Because like we all say, somewhere out there's a magical card in Canelo's favor, no matter how bad he loses.
Andre Ward said, Caleb Plant down 4 already.
Yeah, Andre Ward better be careful. He's been telling a lot of truth lately. He gonna fuck around and get fired. Just like the moment he called out that long ass count, next day on Twitter he was all kissing Tyson Fury ass.
Because niggas was like, boy, that count was long as shit. I said you could have watched the whole fucking Jackson 5 movie during that fucking count.
Right. Whole fucking episode of Seinfeld, this nigga still ain't got up.
Literally, like I just explained, I was at the fight. Like, nigga, I had time to congratulate another nigga on the side of me. We having a good ass time. Kicking it. And next thing you know, we looking back and this nigga getting up.
Came back, got something to drink, and like, damn, he just now getting up. Fuck. How's this not been called already?
Yo, I gotta put that out there. Y'all know I have a whole different take on that whole thing than y'all do. Cause I just felt going into the fight, like I knew going into the fight that Wilder had to like turn him into dust. It couldn't be close. It couldn't be like in the first fight, and it's like 9. Like it had to be Fury was unconscious for most like a minute, or he was just on the ropes getting bodied, and neither happened. So the count was long, but I just knew in real time. I'm like, nah, they want violence, bro.
They
On
gonna
a fight
let
like
him
this, they want violence.
It would have to be like a Tank Leo Santa Cruz level knockout for
Yeah,
him to
just
finally be
'cause
like, all right,
think-
Wilder won this one.
Think about it like this, right?
Nah.
When is the-
They want violence if it's Tyson Fury, because they was trying to stop the Wilder fight shit before, like 4 rounds before it stopped. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to stop Wilder fight. They came out, the referee was trying to stop his shit like in the what? The 7th, the 8th, some shit like that. When they had that little discussion.
I'll say this. Like, I don't remember a fight in recent times that was as violent as that fight was. And I just think the nature of it between the fact that Wilder called him out for cheating, it was a white dude versus black dude, it was PBC versus Top Rank. They was going to let it be very, very violent. And I know, I don't know, some people didn't like the ref. I thought the ref was cool. It was just Wilder. Like I felt Wilder had to really get him out of there. Like really, really.
Yeah. We knew
That's
that,
real
though.
talk, but the ref situation didn't help shit.
I mean, what is it? Like, I thought the ref was cool. He just let them fight. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, the biggest downfall with that fight was that Wilder got tired, man. If you put Wilder in a position where he's not getting tired, he may win more rounds. Bro, he won the first 2 rounds. It didn't really go downhill for him until he got hurt. And even in the next round, he won the round. So that's 3 out the first 4 rounds. That he wins. But 5, 6, 7, he was tired.
Yeah, on the chat room on Southern T show, I said that Wilder lost that fight more than Fury won it. I'm not the only person to say that, but that's what I believe. Wilder himself losing his edge lost the fight more than Fury's definitive skill set separation. Because I still have not talked to anybody that can show me where Fury shows definitive skill separation aside from him just being the tallest and longest heavyweight currently active.
Bro, I don't want to even say Wilder lost his edge, bro. Listen, man, you gotta be real, man. Fury went to the UK. I'm gonna say it. I don't know if y'all gonna say it. Fury went to the UK and spent the training camp to get on drugs.
Oh, we
That's
we
why
already
you
said
think
that.
he comes in 277 because the heavier he is, the more punishment he could absorb. But you put him on drugs, you put him on steroids, you put him on HGH, you put him on EPO and all that craziness. He gonna have endless stamina, crazy recovery. His muscles gonna be strong as hell, and he gonna be ready to walk through Wilder. Like, and it's crazy because I've always known for a very long time, Wilder's biggest weakness would be pressure because he's not a high output fighter. So anyone that's not like, look at Floyd. Floyd Mayweather's not a high output fighter. And what do people do and have success against him with? Pressure, pressure, pressure. You pressure Wilder, you could get to him. But the thing is, Fury chin ain't real, bro. Fury boxing ability ain't even real. So they figured out, okay, we're gonna put the dude on mad steroids, make him like 280 pounds, and as long as he don't get knocked out cold, he just gonna walk through Wilder, and that's what they did.
Right. We said that last show because like most people don't understand is that in the UK it's perfectly legal to possess steroids. You just cannot be caught manufacturing or selling, but you can have them. Like in America, you can't even have them. You can be locked up for just having them in your car. But in the UK, possession is completely legal. You just cannot manufacture or sell. And we said, well, yeah, we called that shit out immediately. How the hell you get heavier and then have more stamina as you age? That's some bullshit.
It's impossible, bro. I played college basketball with NBA players. You can't be fat and have crazy endurance. It's like one or the other. If you're fat, that means you have bad endurance. You might be strong, but you're not going to be crazy stamina. If you have crazy stamina, that means you run a lot, you swim a lot, you on a bike a lot, you sprint a lot. So your weight goes down. And if you want to add weight, you have to do it through weightlifting. You can't be fat with crazy stamina. It's just retarded. It doesn't add up. It's not human biomechanics. It don't work like that.
Yeah, because your cardiovascular system metabolizes fat to make you more efficient to perform the task. And you definitely right about the chin situation because I gotta remind motherfuckers all the time, bruh. Tyson Fury almost got fucking slumped by fucking cruiserweight Cunningham. This nigga in his older age went back down to cruiserweight. That's how light he was, and he fucking bopped his ass with one overhand right. Dude almost lost that fight.
Man, even look at the second knockdown that Wilder dropped him on. Bro, if you look at his legs, bro, like if you ever see handicapped people and they out their wheelchair and they just on the ground and their legs are just dangling, Fury's legs was dangling, bro. They wasn't even connected to his body. That's why he laid down for so damn long. And he had good body and body language. He was looking up and kind of smiling like, I'm cool, bro. That man wasn't cool, bro. That man was not
that
cool.
Count wasn't. That's because he knew that count wasn't gonna be shit. He's like, oh, I got plenty of time to get up. I ain't tripping. I'm gonna get at least 20.
But
so that's why he was.
When you listen, body language is important, bro. When you give good body language, you get benefit of the doubt in the ring. I can like even let's talk about a different fight, right? What's the Michael Kofi versus what was the dude that knocked him out? The
Rice,
Johnny Rice.
Yeah,
Before that fight got stopped, Michael Kofi he kept looking down and was pawing at his eye, and when the ref stopped it, he said, "I can keep going, But bro, you're pawing at your eye. It just looks terrible. It's very important in boxing to give good body language, and Fury did that, bro. I'll give him credit for that. His body language was good,
especially with Jay. Like if your referee is Jay Nady, that man will stop you if you're talking to him.
That's right. That's facts.
Jay Nady will stop anybody. Jay Nady, you'll be looking at him and be like, "I'm good. Put your gloves up and everything." He'll be like, "Nah, you fucking blinked right there." So
you know, it's another fight with bad body language. I don't know if y'all remember this, but on that same card where Johnny Rice beat what's his name? Michael Kofi. Carl Dargan had a fight and he stopped the dude with a crazy uppercut, right? He fell, got back up. The ref was giving a count, but he did some weird thing. Like he went to his knees or something. He did something weird and the ref stopped it immediately. And he was like, nah, I'm good. And it's like, bro, you can't be doing all that crazy weird shit when you get hurt. A ref is just going to a ref is just going to be like, I got to be safe with him. He might die and wave it off. So that body language, man. Fury body language was good. It is what it is. Oh, yo, I'm going to jump because the Canelo Plant shit about to start. I don't know if y'all watching that or not, but I want to peep that.
They got another presser?
The press conference?
The All Access Zone. That's right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll probably watch that shit tomorrow. I'm watching the Rivas Cruiserweight right now. All right, later.
Who winning that jump?
Personally, it was round 5, and me personally, Rivas got the first 2. White boy got real active and probably took these last 2. So I got it tied up right now, round 5, and it's a 12 rounder. But Rivas had this dude on shaky legs, could have had him out of there, but his big roided up looking ass just got gassed and punched himself out. So now he's still doing this dumb shit. I want Rivas to win too. I don't know why he playing around with this dude. Fucking Rosiski could have been had this dude out of here. This
They
man was
found
doing.
Bridgeweight championship fight. I like, bro, they had the Bridgeweight belt a whole year. I ain't had a fucking champion. They found
That's
it.
because they was expecting Wilder to come down here and probably run this division. And he was like, "No, I ain't doing no Bridger shit."
They wanted him to.
Yeah, so he could be. Well, they probably wanted to embarrass him. Say, "Oh, this is the only place where Wilder could survive." And I get to, and Lex, despite the fact that he was making some good points, I can't like the resume bullshit has always been capped. There's there is no proof here you use PED. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But there was no proof for Hammer until he tested after Klitschko. So chill the fuck out, bro. That's another fucking Lomachenko Ukrainian superfan. Anyways, but the resume thing has always been capped. It doesn't matter who they fucking fight. Like I said, people like Tank and Charlo could fight Godzilla and they would just say, oh, Godzilla don't have a pro boxing license, so therefore it's not impressive. It never mattered from the fucking beginning. Like I was talking to Artman the other day on the show. I was like, bruh, they talking shit about Wilder's resume, but Stavern beat Areola more convincingly than Ruiz ass did. Ruiz got dropped and looked like a bitch, and they called him a warrior. They were like, "Oh, he's a warrior."
It's an eye killing with their resume shit. You say this guy got a good resume, that guy got a good resume, right? But how do you judge him? Of who? Of the people on his resume? Who did they beat to make them qualify to be good names on the resume? Like,
bruh, let me just say,
like Anthony Josh, for example, they like to say, Povetkin, Joseph Parker,
Pulev now apparently.
Who?
Pulev, as if that means something.
Yeah, they say he got a resume. He fought it. Okay, but who did they beat to make them good on his resume?
That resume shit has never been real.
Nobody. How the fuck AJ get points for them if they ain't beat nobody?
Exactly, because it's a dead end. But honestly, the resume thing didn't even start becoming a popular talking point. One, until a lot of these teenage casuals that are online now got access to the damn internet. And number two, till after Floyd Mayweather retired, because resume, with all due respect, became the new word for ducking that Hispanic fans use. And I'm sorry, but they made it popular. All they say is resume whenever they don't want a fight to happen. Because Liam Smith, Callum Smith, Fielding, all these motherfuckers eat shit. They have no resume for Canelo, but the black fighters need a resume. Oh, well, Canelo's just hunting for belts. The black fighters have belts. Well, who have they fought? But then you put a Callum Smith in there, all of a sudden it's, oh, okay, well, belts are the only thing that matter. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Like, the resume bullshit has never been real. That's why you can go in circles with it. It's not a real argument. Whenever I hear the word resume, I know that means I don't want my fighter fighting that one person. And coming from L Dog, he's talking about there's a lot of coke going on here. Bro, he's the one on Twitter literally told me that Lomachenko wasn't outboxed twice. The nigga got 2 L's by decision. He was outboxed twice. Cope with that shit. He talking about, oh, Lomachenko was never outboxed twice. He was outboxed twice, nigga. You can bitch about low blows. And let's talk about Lomachenko. How come you weren't one of the people giving Lomachenko shit for his excuses? Talking about CompuBox got hacked. Talking about, oh, I didn't have a full camp. Talking about, oh, Aaron bribed the judges. Nigga, why the fuck would Aaron bribe judges and a top ranked fighter has a 100% chance of winning? Makes no damn sense. Shut the fuck up. You're dumb.
So Lomachenko, his fighter.
Yeah, and Teofimo Lopez was his fighter. So why would he bribe the judges when a top ranked fighter has a 100% chance of winning?
I think Bob Arum was trying to put T.O. in his place by making him fight longer. I think he wanted, because T.O. was, starting to make a little name and he was starting to ask for a little more. I think he was trying to put him in his place, give him a loss, and up Lomachenko, and Lomachenko fucked around and lost that motherfucking fight. That's what I think.
And that's one way,
I think T.O. kind of fucked up. Well, I think T.O. wanted to use. I think Bob wanted to use T.O. to boost Lomachenko, and T.O. fucked up and won.
Yeah, and he's he's talking shit to Bob about it. So that's one way. Initially, before I saw what Tio was like after the win, I initially thought that Bob was trying to replace Lomachenko with someone that's Hispanic American to better tap into that market. But then when I heard about the other shit that happened, I was like, you know what? Yeah, Tio wasn't supposed to win because he in here talking shit. Bob don't ain't talking like he like him like that or whatever. And Lomachenko, he's not the type of person to be asking for a bunch of bread because he's from fucking Ukraine. He just happened to be getting a paycheck. Same as how Triple G took that pay cut with Daz, and he was like, "All right, for sure, boss. I'm just happy to not be in who gives a fuck a stand anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and take this little pay cut and fight dinner rolls and Szechuan chicken and be straight."
And now he got a pay raise on Bob. Now look, T.O. original plan was excellent. He got the pay raise and everything, but his execution was horrible with the Cambosis. Like the execution was horrible. Eddie Hearn got the fight, so he might be all right now. But his execution of this shit was horrible. Like first of all, we didn't know who Cambosis was until you followed him, and it took so
No
long.
fucking clue.
Now we know who he is, goddamn. But nobody asked for this shit, T.O. We didn't ask for
And
this.
and let's set the record straight. Triller dropped Teofimo. Teofimo didn't decide to link up with Dazn. Triller dropped it, and the fight was a free agent for Dazn to pick up. Triller said, "Fuck it. We got too many rappers. We got all kinds of shit popping. We don't need Teofimo. He keep delaying with these bullshit contract delays." Triller was like, "Fuck it." People think, "Oh yeah, Teofimo, he's such a brilliant businessman. He went from Triller to Dazn." And I'm like, no, Triller dropped his ass, and then Eddie Hearn was like, shit, I'll take that paper. I don't give a fuck. I can try to do because Dazn is trying to convert to the pay per view model anyway because they don't have shit else. So let's get the shit real. Everyone's like, oh, Teofimo's so brilliant. I'm like, no, Triller dropped him, and everyone thinks that Triller was fucking up the fight. Like, no, Triller was trying to make it happen. Teofimo kept asking Cambosis for delays, so Triller was
Yeah,
like, man, get out here with this bullshit. We don't even need it.
he blew this whole pay per view shit, this whole second fight, this whole fight after Lomachenko, he blew this whole little thing. He won with the pay raise, but his execution after he got what he wanted has been terrible.
Because he's not smart, and he's coming to terms with because they got them labeled as the Fab Four. He coming to terms that he's not on the top end. He's one of the weaker links. He's going through what Ryan's going through, except he's still trying to fight somebody at least. He's like, shit, maybe I ain't all that. Maybe I can't beat Devin. Maybe this, maybe that. Maybe Lomachenko does get that ass in a rematch. I'm like, cool, nigga, go through all that. But okay, even if you take L's, whatever, you're making more bread than most people on the planet. Like, I would happily fight Devin Haney, Tank, Lomachenko, all the motherfuckers for less than $1 million. So you should be able to do it for multiple, especially if you have a decent shot of winning. Damn.
Yeah, Ryan is done mentally. I think on some real shit, since we talking about it, I think Devin Haney is in the same place that they in. But I think Devin Haney is trying to fight another tough matchup to see exactly where he at. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
David Haney's in that position.
Now, I think he is. I think he exactly where they now. He handling it differently, but I think he in the same spot. I think he going at another big name because he looking at like if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose to somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna lose to somebody type shit.
Right. I at least think even if he is going through it, I think at least he's willing to find out. I need to prove to myself I'm that guy before I prove to anybody else. At least.
That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Man, who y'all got in that Haney versus JoJo Diaz?
That shit major. That's major. Niggas really sleep on the fact what the fuck Devin doing right now. Like, bro, JoJo was the champion at 130, and he moved up to 135, became a champion again. It's 2 divisions now. He didn't beat Linares, and now he finna fight JoJo. This nigga point his shit off, bro. Niggas about to put some respect on Devin Haney's name, bro. Understand what this little dude doing right now, bro. This shit like this ain't small fries, bro. This be the best fight.
Should Tank look in Devin Haney's direction?
Tank don't want to. People say I'm crazy. Tank don't want to see Devin Haney. Devin Haney is too much of an aggravating style matchup for Tank. He'll get frustrated. He'll get tired. His hands ain't as quick as Devin Haney. I'm not saying Tank does not have the ability to stop him. I'm just saying I don't think that Tank or people at Mayweather's camp see that shit happening because I know I don't.
That jab gonna fuck him up. It's gonna piss him off. I know. You know what, D-Hive? I know exactly what you're saying, bro. because
It's gonna aggravate him. It's like trying to swat a big ass fly. He gonna be like, shit, I can't catch this motherfucker.
yeah, I can't fucking reach him.
Yeah.
If he touch anybody, bro, if Tank touch you though, if you get touched by Tank, I feel all that. He could out you could and Tank is a hell of a boxer. We know this now. He's a hell of a boxer. He done box people much bigger than Devin Haney. If he touch you, boy, I don't know though.
That's true.
That's man, look, that's a fight right there though. That's a fight right there.
No, he can definitely knock Haney out. I don't Devin Haney don't have the chin to withstand Tank, but
we kind of got to stop putting Tank with them, bro, because he more advanced than them. He not where they at. You know what I mean? Tank really not. I mean, eventually, in about 3 more years, then we can start saying Tank versus Haney, Tank versus Shakur type shit. But right now, he really not where they. I really feel like he beat all of them up right now. Kind of, you know. In the end, I think he beat all of them up, just on some man shit. To be real. Devin Haney will be the toughest one for him, for sure. But
right. I think he gets all their ass except Haney. I think Haney UDs him. But as far as the Jojo Diaz situation, like I've been saying it all week, people forget that Jojo Diaz in his fight before Fortuna, he got his ass whooped by a Russian barber that we've still never heard of, fucking Razmakov or some shit. So I hope Devin goes in and makes this look like the relatively easy work it should be. Only thing is, JoJo's going to come at him with that pressure, and he's a dirty-ass fighter. There's going to be low blows. There's going to be some rabbit punching. There's going to be some shit like that. So that's all you got to look out for.
JoJo gonna try to muscle, I think.
Yeah,
and Devin gonna have to deal with it though, because you know JoJo got punch output. He got good punch output. He gonna have to. This ain't gonna be no cakewalk. This ain't gonna be no walk in the park. This ain't gonna be not Lenard. But Lenard wasn't walking the park for 10 rounds, to be real, which is just on some real shit, because now I'm kind of falling into the trap that they was saying. See, really, he really beat the shit out of Lenard too until the last 2 rounds, to be real with you. So this even tougher matchup than Lenard. Let me say that.
Yeah, they just say that because Devin Haney is black. In 12 rounds, Lenard landed 1 solid fucking punch, and they say he was exposed, but their fighters get dropped and take entire L's, and they be like, oh, they're a warrior for getting back up. Man, fuck that shit. He made Lenard look like a bitch. He made Lenard look like he had never been that he never boxed before. I guarantee if Ryan Garcia got hit with that same fucking shot, he would have been wobbled and Lenard might have stopped his ass. And people forget that he dropped Lomachenko.
Luke Campbell. Yeah, he did drop Lomachenko.
And he dropped Luke Campbell.
He can punch. Yeah, he can punch. I know this.
And he's fast.
Yeah, he got 3 divisions, don't he? Don't he got 3 divisions?
As a champ, I thought he was only shit. I don't know. I thought he was only a champ at 135. I don't fucking know.
No, he got a couple. No, he came up like 3 weight classes.
No, yeah, you're right. He's a three-weight division world champion. Okay, yeah, you're right.
He came up from he a little dude. He a smaller dude.
Yeah, he's just skinny. He tall though. Like he's tall and he got that reach, but he got those real quick ass hands. Where he's just
yeah, he's strong too.
Yeah, but that's why I agree with Lex's point as far as the situation, because it don't matter who they fight. They can fight if Haney beat Lomachenko, they would all just say, well, Lomachenko's little, so that is what that is. Or Lomachenko, he came up from atom weight when he first started competing, or he's short. They would say whatever.
I'm sure everybody said, well, Lomachenko's little.
they just say whatever, bro. It's just, oh, well he little. Well, he didn't shave his beard, or he wore a different glove. So if it had been this way, it'd be different. It's like, niggas, bruh.
He was at his prime. Tyson Fury styled him out. He had gained too much weight. I just thought I was trolling though. I did that like 3 days after the fight. I just started trolling.
They'll just say whatever. Like they always say, who should Tank be fighting? Who should Tank be fighting? But it's funny because they know Tank beats all their favorites. So they're like, oh, Tank should either fight Lomachenko or fucking or Haney because they think that those two beat him. And I'm like, y'all only call fights for which y'all people win or our people lose. That's it. Like, look what they did with Rigo. They had my nigga Rigo on the shelf for years, but then all of a sudden, oh, you can go ahead and fight Lomachenko though. We'll give you that fight. It's like, oh, ain't that a bitch? You got everybody sitting over here. I could just be running through this entire division, but when Lomachenko come up, all of a sudden, oh, hey Rigo, we have a fight for you. Would you like to fight Lomachenko? It's like, all right, okay.
And Ringo go fight everybody. But yeah, that's real. But it's real shit. Lomachenko don't beat Tank though.
I know he don't. I know this. Lomachenko fuck around and get stopped.
You know, he will. I think he gonna feel one of them punches and he go
Who?
He'll start going that way.
You said Porter don't get stopped?
No,
No.
Lomachenko.
Oh, against who? Haney?
Tank.
Tank.
Against Tank. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I do notice though?
If he's scared of Teofimo power, he's definitely scared of Tank's power.
One thing I noticed though, I'm gonna be realistic. One thing I noticed is that I was watching the Pedraza versus Tank fight, and there was a moment in that fight where Pedraza started using angles, and Gervonta Davis was looking hella confused.
22-year-old Tank.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That I also got to keep that in consideration. But I'm just saying the way I'm not saying Gervonta Davis is Nakatani, but the way Lomachenko whooped Nakatani's ass,
beautiful.
that type of style is like I couldn't imagine fighting somebody. I'm fighting them straight down the line, and next thing you know, I got to pivot to the side because he done jumped on this side and started wailing on me. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And then he, you know what I'm saying?
What they didn't do was they didn't put Tank in there with Barrios, and it's over with for everybody. But I think that gave Tank more confidence, and I really think
Is
it's over
Tank
with.
used to beating only the Mexican style?
Barrios didn't fight. Barrios fought like a boxer against Tank. He fought on the outside. You know what I mean?
That's because
somebody made a point to me. Somebody made a point to me.
Choice.
Look, I'm just being honest. Somebody made a point to me, and I'm like, because I be talking about shit. I be like, yeah, everybody be fighting. They scared to fight these undefeated black fighters. When is Tank gonna fight an undefeated black American fighter, or is this Rolly fight that fight?
I mean, don't do that. Don't. I mean, they have a point, but again, they only say that because they want Devin and they want Tank and Devin to cancel each other out, so they can both just say, "Oh, look how they were both struggling."
Yeah. You know,
look how they were both struggling against each other. They both suck. So yeah, it's kind of like how the people for a hot second were talking about both Charlo bros fighting, and then people pointed out how the Klitschko brothers never had to fight, and then people were like, "Okay, yeah, that's fair." And it's like, yeah, nah, calm the fuck down on all that.
Oh, they wanted Charlo and both Charlo brothers to fight each other. What type of shit is that?
Yeah, for like a 3-month period, they were like, oh, you know what would be a mega fight? It would be if it was right after Charlo had won the interim at 160, Big Charlo. They were like, oh, well, you know what?
No. Don't do that, bro. There was not no interim. Bro. That was the real belt. That's the real belt that he got. Canelo had the interim, which is the franchise belt. That was not the interim, bro. That was the belt that Canelo gave up.
Well, I thought, I didn't know he had vacated. I didn't know he had vacated already. I thought he vacated right after he won the fight.
Yeah, he vacated after he
Go back and watch when they gave him the belt. He was so confused, bro. Charlo was so confused. Like, wait, what belt is this? They're like, it's WBC belt. He was like, oh, so what belt Canelo got? They was like, he got the franchise. He said, oh, well, I want that belt then. Bro, the man was so confused. The man said, what belt is this? He was like, they was like, oh, that's the WBC belt. Canelo gave up his belt and he took a status. The franchise belt is not a real belt. It's
right.
not an I don't even want you to. You can finish what you're saying, bro. I got to clear that up, bro.
No, I appreciate it. I was speaking out of a place of ignorance right there. So thank you. So yeah, the franchise, I call it the franchise witness protection belt. But yeah, so he got it.
The interim belt, bro. That's the real interim belt.
Okay, well, yeah, for sure. That's the interim. But right after he beat Santano for the WBC, people were talking about, oh, well, instead of talking about Canelo, you should go fight your brother. And people were like, nigga, what? Wait, hold up. You didn't put this kind of pressure on the Klitschko's, and they were in the same division. They both were in the same damn division, damn near the same age, not fighting each other. How the fuck? And people were like, nah, cut the bullshit, cut the bullshit. And then that's when all that bullshit died down. But no, I appreciate you for correcting me, T. But yeah, no. So yeah, they always want that to happen. They want the black fighters to, yeah, they want the black fighters to fight amongst themselves while everybody else fight fucking nobody, or even worse, the black fighters leftovers and then get glorified. Like how the fuck Triple G get glorified for beating up people like Rosado and fucking Rosado and Monterosian when Charlo and Andre already ran through them. But then you want to talk about how Charlo and Andre got no resume. Like, bruh, make some damn sense.
Hey, real quick question. How do you lose every other fight and then you still be getting title fights and shit like that?
Cause you a punching bag like Granados ass. Like people like Granados, Vargas, Rosado, they're all there to like make people look good by getting their ass whooped. That's all it is. Bruh. And then people be talking about, oh, Wilder needs to retire after 2 losses. Meanwhile, Rosado got 13 fucking losses, ain't won shit in his whole life, get praised. You know who people still talk about to this day as a fucking warrior, dog? They talk about fucking Provodnikov. Provodnikov deserves some credit. This nigga lost every step up fight he ever had in his life. He couldn't finish off Tim fucking Bradley. And I'm not saying Tim Bradley's a hoe, but Tim
of yesterday.
Right. I ain't saying Tim Bradley's a hoe as a boxer, as a commentator, he can go fuck himself. But as a boxer, he wasn't a hoe, but he ain't had no real punching power. Let's keep it real. He wasn't no puncher. He wasn't no fucking Mike Tyson ass motherfucker. You couldn't get him out of there even though you had him wobble. People talking about Provodnica. Like, I just can't stand it, bro. Like, the bias is obvious. And then they tell us not to talk about race. And it's like, bro, you're glorifying literally other people for doing less, for losing.
They tell us that Ettore Gotti versus Ward is the best boxing fight in the world. And I'm like, bro, no, the fuck it's not. It's not.
Mickey Ward was like Rocky. He was a professional bum that makes fights exciting. You're supposed to go in there and look good against. That's it. That's it. He's a professional bum. He's a fucking high-end tomato can.
Yeah.
Just like Rosado. Rosado's a fucking bum.
Tomato can.
I just got paid to draw Rosado versus Jaime Munguia.
Hey, make bread off the shit, but it doesn't change that Rosado's fucking bum.
This nigga get more title shots than John Cena, bro.
Real talk.
Yeah,
Rosado.
They still give, bro. The fact that people spending their hard-earned cash to get a Rosado versus Jaime Munguia hoodie, 2 of them.
Munguia might be the biggest. Ryan Garcia and Jaime Munguia might be the biggest hype jobs we got today.
It's funny. It's ironic because Jaime Munguia and Virgil Ortiz Jr. are in the same position. People riding Virgil Ortiz Jr. nuts. I'm like, this man is number 1 in 2 sanctioning bodies, and he passing up title shots.
Because he was supposed to be higher than what he is right now.
Yeah, and Munguia, and can we also talk about how Munguia is like first 32 fights are in fucking Mexico against God knows who? Niggas that, like, come on, man. They be talking about people, somebody's only done this much in their fucking 30th, their 15th fight or whatever. Meanwhile, niggas like Munguia out here slaughtering all kinds of fucking professional painters and Walmart associates, and ain't nobody saying shit. And then they'll talk about Charlo ducking Munguia. What the fuck? Munguia's number 1 for the WBC. He could have been got that smoke. Same with Andre. He had a close fight with Jacobs. Okay, great. How the fuck do you rate Jacobs? I mean, can we keep it real? How do you rate Daniel Jacobs? I mean, shit.
Thanks.
Yeah, like how you rating Jacobs? Because I mean, they on similar levels, except Jacobs ain't running around getting his ass whooped all the time because he has more boxing skill. That's just what it is.
Out of his prime, and I hate when
the more I rewatch the clips of Jacobs versus Canelo. I think that nigga took the check.
Yeah, especially that clip they love to play where Jacob just keep jabbing and Canelo keep moving his head out the way. He just kept shooting the jab in the same spot, letting Canelo just run around and da.
This nigga made Canelo look like he was really in the Matrix. Canelo was literally like sitting. I watched it. I watched it over. Canelo literally sat there waiting for Jacobs to throw another jab in the same spot, and then slipped his head and then did the little back foot out. And I'm just like, yeah, I get it. It's a level of skill to do something like that. But it's like, bro, what makes a fighter who's very skilled throw that many jabs all at once, knowing that you're missing?
To someone who's looking dead at you
True.
while you're doing it. Like he's looking dead at you, and you throw the same punch 50,000 times. It's almost the same as BJS kept leaning over to one side. It's like, are you trying to get caught? Because you know he's gonna time that at some point. He kept throwing a fucking punch, leaning over, throwing a punch, leaning over.
And
Okay.
Jacobs was talking about in the thing, oh yeah, I'm about to take it to him and all that shit. And I'm like, bro, what was that shit? When I seen that first couple rounds, like, bro, what? And I was telling niggas, hey man, Jacobs about to put in that work. Shit.
Jacobs,
Yeah, right.
Jacobs is one of the tokens.
Right. He one of those, I'm gonna be nice, respectful, not talk anything. I'm just take my check and be quiet. And you know what's crazy? I was trying to think of today to tell fucking Dripper Boxing about this. I was like, you should ask this question. Who are the top 5 fighters in boxing that would be undefeated if they just let their hands go? And I was getting ready to put Jacobs on there. But then I was thinking, you know what, Jacobs B-level ass. I honestly don't even want to talk about Jacobs, to be quite honest. He's kind of a fucking ethnic.
Jacobs is good, but it's like, I feel like
Good.
Canelo caught him at the right time too.
Yeah, 2 L's, just recovered from spinal cancer.
Yeah,
People forget he had to come back from cancer. Like, and then people are like, oh, that was a long time ago.
No, I don't.
Cancer? Yeah, I'm like, you think that cancer doesn't have permanent effects? It's cancer. You never lose
Danny
cancer.
Jacobs touching M's. He sure is. I ain't down.
Yeah, because that's
Miracle
what I
Man.
thought.
They need to make that man a movie.
He didn't touch him yet.
He had to get at least a meal for that Canelo fight. Come on.
He didn't touch him.
And he touching one of Russell's nieces.
You ain't touching him. You didn't touch him yet. They should go live forever. Y'all know that.
Yep. He got what's his name? Rev Run's daughter.
That's who he married to, or who he dating, or whatever.
That's who the brother messing with. For what I seen,
Danny Jacobs.
Danny Jacobs chilling, man.
Speaking of messing with, you see the Shakur photos. I don't want to hate, but I'm like, god damn it.
I ain't gonna lie, Charlo's kind of tripping. They should have made that Charlo versus Jacobs fight happen when it was supposed to. I don't give a fuck. They should have made that shit happen.
Hey, look.
Yeah, he would have beat Jacobs' ass. He would have beat Jacobs' ass.
I'm tired of this, bro. These niggas when this shit's all said and done, Charlo and them niggas gonna have a documentary called Chasing Canelo. For real, like all you motherfuckers. And I posted that shit on Twitter, but Bevo was in the picture, but I meant that shit for all them niggas, bro. Get the hell out of Canelo's shadow, nigga, and go do something, bro. I'm tired of this. Oh, well, I'm waiting to see. Bro, I would be so pissed off as a boxer in that division or around those divisions that keep on getting mentioned a Canelo fight that I know is not fucking happening no time soon.
And they never gonna happen.
I'm like, bro, stop asking me this shit, bro. To be honest, because obviously the nigga don't want to fight me. Can y'all not see the fucking franchise belt? I just don't understand. You know what it is? I feel like these guys, they don't want to ruffle feathers, bro. They don't. Because any nigga out there with a fucking brain, not saying that these guys are not educated or whatever, but I'm just saying any nigga out there can basically make that franchise shit look so fucking crazy in the light if they really wanted to.
If they just spoke on it.
I will speak on it every fucking time I get. Yeah, you know that. Every time they ask me a question, I'd be like, oh, yeah. Well, you know, he do got that franchise belt. Crazy how that shit worked. Because I thought I was going to be his mandatory. And I'd be like, have y'all even heard him talk about the franchise belt? Oh, never? Yeah, exactly. Because it was created to avoid me. Like, niggas don't want to say shit like that because they don't want to ruffle feathers. Next thing you know it, they fighting somebody with loaded gloves. And what the
Yeah.
commission say, there's nothing you can do about it because it's been approved.
Yeah, exactly. And then Bevo, you brought up Bevo. Bevo's still talking that Canelo bullshit. Meanwhile, he over here fighting domestic level niggas like Craig Richards. He should have been unified with Better Be. If Better Be got 2 out of the 4 belts, one of them's vacant. Bevo got the other one. Why is there no pressure on these 2 motherfuckers?
Because the fight don't even do numbers.
Like,
Craig-
bruh.
Craig Richards did kind of good against Bivol, to be real with y'all.
He did. He was putting in work, even though he got touched up. It is what it is. But he was. And the thing about Bivol is Bivol has the same vulnerability as everybody who uses the Soviet style high guard. The body. Get around them elbows, you can stop most of them. Like look at Deverenchenko, Triple G, fucking and a bunch of other ones.
Canelo versus Liam.
There you put that up today.
You
there
see,
you
I
have
post
it.
that shit on Twitter. Niggas got mad at me. I'm like, why y'all getting mad? Nigga, it's the truth. Look at this shit.
And then
You
they
just
put
don't
up
go into a fight with somebody and just go like this
That's
and
what
think you gonna win the fight. When the nigga is Canelo was literally throwing every punch he throws on that water bag on him. Literally, like from top, bottom, uppercut, side hook, fucking jab straight, everything. Because you just going in fucking high guard. And that's exactly how the nigga brother was fighting Canelo. And we giving Canelo credit for that fucking fight, bro.
That's
and then
how
they put up Tyson Fury, and then they put up Tyson Fury as a European fighter. Like, oh, he did. I'm like, damn well he's.
Who gets more credit? Canelo beating Rocky Smith, or no? Let me put it in context. Who gets more credit? Canelo beating Callum Smith, coming off of a terrible John Ryder performance, or Charlo beating Derevchenko over him arguably beating fucking Triple G.
Oh, you already know, cause fucking
Probably be with the Deverenchenko fight. I think.
like who gets more credit is in the casual fans or who deserves more credit? Cause is that what you asked? Like who deserves more credit or who actually gets more credit?
Who deserves more credit?
Oh, that Charlo Deverenchenko fight that put everybody on notification. Like, okay,
I'm not gonna lie.
We're not fighting this nigga.
I'm not gonna lie. Charlo was looking like a fuck. Even though he didn't knock him out, nigga, the motherfucker might as well have got knocked out because he beat the shit out of him. Like
he looked horrible. There
was one instance where like Charlo like blocked a punch like this and just came back and popped him. I was like, yo, what the fuck? He was looking super fast and athletic in that fight, like a real natural athlete.
Both of Chenko's eyes were shut after the fight.
Nigga was looking like Frankenstein after the fucking fight.
Right then and there, people were like, "Oh, like I know Triple G for sure." Was like, "Oh hell no, that ain't never gonna happen." Nope. He was like, "Nope."
And you hear these guys talk about Triple G got a big fight with Murata coming up. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Who though? And honestly, I knew Murata was sitting over there hiding out in the division, holding the belt. Nobody talking about him because he ain't black. I looked up this nigga's resume. I was like, oh my god, this nigga getting beat up by Hassam Endam, somebody that Callum Smith knocked smooth out, bro.
He got knocked out from a nigga from the place where I live at, Rob Brent. Rob Brent's from St. Paul, Minnesota, right? And he beat this nigga Murata.
Hey.
Bruh. Like when I saw the Hassam Endam loss, I was like, bro, get this nigga out of here. Why is he even allowed to be holding up belts?
And then Triple G gonna go in there and beat him up, and everybody gonna be like, the zone exclusive. Nigga, fuck that shit, bro. Triple G got a fucking pass, bro. And we all know he got a pass. There's no way in hell a black fighter can do what he's doing. Imagine if Gary Russell was doing what fucking Triple G is doing. Had one tough fight with somebody, you had 2 tough fights with somebody, even though people thought you won, it wasn't that much separation. You know what I'm saying? And now instead of fighting like the next best man, you're just fighting terrible opponent after terrible opponent. And it's known that you're fighting terrible opponent. It's not like, oh, maybe this guy got a shot. It's like, bro, you're the heavy favorite every time, not because you're fighting somebody of your of your peer. You're fighting somebody that's terrible.
Right.
Yeah,
And they make it seem like Gary Russell the one ducking at 126. Hey, Gary Russell ain't ducking nobody at 120. He'll beat all their asses. They don't want to come see Gary Russell and get their
They
belt
talking about
snatched.
Gary Russell ducking Navarrete. Nigga, Gary
No,
Russell will beat Navarrete ass too, bro.
he'll
Come
put
on,
all
man.
kinds of gloves upside his fucking head. I'm like, bro, why do you think they match Gary Russell so tough every year? They want his ass gone. They want him out of there. They
They
match
put
his
Gary
ass
Russell in there
up.
against tough motherfucker. Like, we talking about a JoJo Diaz versus Haney. Gary Russell made that nigga look like easy work.
Yeah, I think JoJo Diaz had like for 30 seconds of one round, he was putting in some work, and then Gary Russell switched it up. He was like, all right, okay, I got this now. He just fucking kept with that blitzing speed, and just JoJo Diaz was frustrated. He was like, I can't even hit this.
What I like about Gary Russell is like he know where to punch. And he knows like he can time you well. It's like, man, how do you stop that? Somebody his size trying to, and then JoJo Diaz was big as hell, so I know Gary Russell felt his power.
Man, his fat ass always missed weight, so you know that.
Gary
But my dude said better be
the
versus
big
Marcus Brown. I would, like I said, I'm rooting for the American. I don't give a fuck. I'm pretty sure when the fight come around, everybody gonna be like, oh, he got domestic violence and all that shit. Man, look, inside that ring, if you ask me who's gonna win the fight, I'm gonna say Marcus Brown.
I really get Marcus Brown. I'm biased though. Not because,
Of course I'm biased. Everybody's biased. Nigga, you're biased when you go to the grocery
like
store,
Marcus
nigga.
Brown,
You know
really.
what not to buy. Because
I feel like he's the champion.
go ahead.
I feel like he the real champion because I feel like Pascal was on steroids.
Yeah.
Pascal absolutely
We never
upstairs. That nigga's huge.
We ain't never seen that shit happen to Marcus Brown before, bro. Some real shit, bro. You ain't never seen that shit happen before, dude. How the fuck Pascal come in there and do that? Come on, bro. And then you pop dirty next
Pascal was nigga. That nigga had abs and everything.
Well, it was like I said. I mean, you could talk about the power with the steroids and stuff like that, but it was more just Marcus Brown being sloppy, and I'm confident he cleaned that up. Because better be if Can crack, and if he connects with Marcus, Marcus might be in trouble. But honestly, the thing I don't understand is just the Marcus Brown disrespect. Like I can understand that you a boxing fan, you like Better Be or whatever, but dude, Marcus Brown been in there with Badu Jack after he had like a fucking massive run through 160 through 168 or because Badu Jack came from 168 and then went up to 175. But yeah, he had come off wins like Lucien Bute. He had a draw with James DeGale. He had beat a bunch of other people, and then he fought Pascal. And they acting like Badu Jack is just some hoe compared to Better Be. I'm like, bro, Marcus Brown literally has the better resume. Like Marcus Brown literally has put in more work at fucking light heavyweight than Better Be. Better Be has fought one guy. Like Marcus, like, bro, like come on. And then Badu Jack, he beat fucking Anthony Durrell, George Groves, who everybody hypes up fucking Callum Smith over, and Lucien Bute, and Nathan Cleverly, and not Cleverly's ass out. And it's like, bro, like y'all need to put some respect on Brown's name. Talking about he not elite next to Better Be. Like, bro, what does Better Be have done? Like, what has Better Be have really done up there? He beat one guy.
He beat Vodstick. That's what they fucking go to. Like, bro, who the fuck is Vodstick, nigga?
And when they talk about resumes, this is what I hate. They make up these fucking age limits on when somebody becomes a bum, but they're not consistent. For example, 41-year-old Klitschko is magically superior to 37, 38-year-old Luis Ortiz. And then fucking right. And then fucking but 40-year-old Adonis Stevenson is still prime, but fucking goddamn 37, 38-year-old Triple G ain't shit. It's like, bro, it's like keep it consistent, dog. Like I can't be doing this. Like pick an age when they become trash and then keep it uniform across the board. Stop making it up whenever it's different. Like, people still talking about, Ortiz is wild and bad. Ain't nobody else fighting that nigga though. Nobody else want to get him.
Not one person though.
And it's funny because they act like Cuban Southpaw. It don't matter what age, it don't matter what division. Cuban Southpaws outside of probably undefeated U.S. black fighters, are the most avoided fighters in boxing. Don't nobody want to see a Cuban southpaw. And it's not just me talking shit. Multiple announcers and professional boxers and commentators have said that nobody likes fighting Cuban southpaws. They're fast, they're powerful, and they're fucking annoying because you cannot hit them and it's hard.
Is Corn Sink out Southpaw?
Who?
Corn Sink out. Is he Cuban? Or is
No,
he
he's
like
Brazilian.
Yep, Charlie. Yep.
Yeah, he's Brazilian, but I believe he is southpaw. But I mean, you know, similar roots. But you know, it's funny because he's ranked 14, and even the top rank announcers were wondering how the hell he got that fight. They were like, "How the hell did a rank 14, then someone ranked 14 in the WBC get this damn fight?" And then he came in there and pieced his ass up too, and he was on juice, bro. The embarrassment.
Hey, hey,
Oh my god, get this
hey,
nigga
my
out of
dude
here.
said this nigga old, bro.
He's old as hell.
How old is Triple G? Like 42?
He's about to be 40.
Nigga, you least 45.
He's about to be. Let me look up how old he is, bro. Let me see. He's 39 as of this year. My God.
That nigga at least 45.
Nigga, he on that's on paper.
They talk about Louis Ortiz lying about his age. Triple G lying about his motherfucking age. He like a real old man now. He look worse than Manny Pacquiao did.
He lying
Manny
about his
Pacquiao-
age, just like Benavidez lying about his height.
Hey,
That's how
somebody
Benavidez
who's watching the live just text me.
I know.
He says, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I ain't smoked in a long time, but every time you smoke, I crave a blunt." What the fuck?
Go get you some weed, bro.
Hell yeah!
It's not expensive.
I need to. Hey, on some real shit. I'm gonna come out with my own strain. Real shit. That Art Man pack. Fuck it. But yeah, better be. Look, if they want to say Luis Ortiz is old, nigga, everybody, all these foreigners old.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the fuck you talking about?
Yeah,
That
but
nigga better be
41,
ain't no damn 37. That nigga 42 in this motherfucker.
but 41-year-old Klitschko was prime real estate. The most epic win ever for both Fury and Joshua. Even though, like, unless did they both fight the same fucking Klitschko? Did they both fight Wadimir and not Vitaly? I want to make sure I got that right.
Bro, this nigga is still fuck Tyson Fury to this day. I don't give a fuck. They gonna say,
Yeah.
"Oh, Art Man and Wilder and sore losers and all." Nigga, Tyson Fury's a fucking cheat, bro. I don't give a fuck. That count was longer than a fucking night in jail. I swear. The fuck.
They know it was. That's why they brought it up. That's why they had to go Google the rules about the referee to make sure they had a counterpoint. Because at first, when Ward said it, didn't nobody say shit. They were like, "Damn!" It was just quiet. And then they had to go do some Googling and then go, "Oh, okay. Well, technically, the rules state, as per the athletic commission, that the referee has to guide you to the neutral corner, and only once you pass the threshold of the neutral corner can he begin the count." Like, shut the fuck up.
I'm laughing at it because it's like, thank you for acknowledging that you understand that the count was long as fuck. Thank you. That's all I want to know. That's all I wanted to know from you. Thank you. Because they're like, "Oh, well, it's Wilder's fault. He should have went to the neutral corner." Oh, yeah? You got it.
Yeah, it's just like when Teddy Atlas after the first fight. Even after the first fight, people already knew there was some bullshit afoot. After the first fight, Teddy Atlas came on his podcast and said, "You know, even if Tyson Fury did cheat, he still would have won." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, so you know." The moment Teddy Atlas said that, I'm like, "Okay, so you've been in the game long enough. You know what the fuck this is, and so you already picked the side, though." Okay, Teddy, got you, Teddy, for sure.
And what the fuck is this neutral corner shit anyway? Them niggas need to be worried about counting. Fuck what corner he in. He ain't finna go tackle the nigga again. He need to be counting, goddamn it. He could be whatever fucking corner he want to be in. Really, like that's stupid as fuck. Like what is the neutral? What is that anyway?
That's
Why do you
what.
gotta
That's whatever. The neutral corner is whatever the referee says it is. Because there have been plenty of times motherfuckers ain't been back in the damn neutral corner.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, why the fuck do you got to stop and tell me where to go when you supposed to be counting anyway? Get rid of that shit. Fuck. What they got to do with anything, bro? I never, on some real shit, like, not even just this wide thing. I never understood, like, why you got to, because I'm an AB fan, y'all. And, you know, AB never be in his right corner. They used to do that all the time to Adrian Broner, bro. Like, bro, he's supposed to be counting, bro. Why the fuck is you worried about him dancing and shit? He minding his business, bro. You supposed to be doing your job. He doing his fucking job.
Well, the neutral corner initially is supposed to be so when a dude gets up and he gets his count, you can't hop right back on him and just start pummeling him once the referee say go. But again, this is boxing. We've seen plenty of times where a fighter has been literally right behind the damn referee. Referee turn around and be like, all right, here he back up, and then just whoop his ass. Like, for example, a good example. What was that dude that fucking little punk ass Charlo fought when he was waiting on Tony Harrison to get back from his injury? I remember because Jay Nady, like, he knocked, Coda, yeah.
Yeah,
Jay
but shout out
Nady,
to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my dude Mark Cassie. Shout out to my dude Travis Gotti boxing. Shout out to my dude Davis. We in this motherfucker. Hey, y'all hit the Cash App Artman Boxing and make sure y'all go get that new Undisputed hoodie, man. That shit's doing numbers right now. Shout out to the people, y'all. Real shit. But go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say because when he laid Coda out the first time, Jay Nady was counting. Charlo didn't run all the way back to some damn neutral corner. He was damn near right behind Nady, and that's why when Nady said box, he just came in with a 1-2, bing, fight was over. He was right up on him. So this whole, oh well, technically the athletic commission in the neutral corner and the blah 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 blah, there's some shit y'all googled real quick to have a fucking point, or some shit that Kevin Iole or Coppinger or one of the motherfuckers fed you.
Right. This shit retarded anyway. Like, need to get rid of this. And like, you the referee, you could make the nigga, you could stop the fight anyway. The neutral corner, you supposed to be counting, and you could tell them folks after he get up, all right, chill out for a second, we gonna sit here fast. And then let them fight after they. But bro, you supposed to be counting, bro. That nigga ass sleep. You gave Fury motherfucking 17 seconds. All right, I mean, Wilder lost, you know, it is what it is, but that count was long as fuck, and that was the second time the count was long as fuck. So he could have been 2-1. You know what I mean? Instead of 1-2. I mean, 1, you know, instead of 0-1-2. He could have been 2-1. And he still cheated the second time, if you ask me, but you know.
Yeah, at least Jack Reese has the reputation for being trash. Jack Reese has given a few people long counts, and they still lost their fight. So at least Jack Reese can blame his shit on being a fucking moron. But this new shit is just bullshit.
I always get on his knees and get people mouth to mouth and CPR.
Right, you're right. Because I remember
he don't always do that, bro. I still have yet to see the referee get on their knees since or before that. I still have yet to see it.
Right, yeah. Jack Reese is consistently trash. Because I remember fucking Berto versus Ortiz too. The fucking commentators were laughing because they thought the fight was over. And then after like 12 seconds, Ortiz gets up and Jack Reese talking about, you just beat it. Do you want to continue? And then Ortiz got hit so hard, he was like, what? And then they just canceled it. I was like, man, you know, get the fuck out of here.
Have you seen the nigga's knees, y'all? Yet. Like, have y'all seen it yet? Anybody else? Have you seen Jack Reese get on his knees before that day?
Nope, sure haven't.
All right, but that's all I want. That's all I want to
do. Yeah, so I
and literally yelled face.
No, Oscar Rivas won by decision, thank God. But yeah, he fucking came in there fucking with some water and some smelling salts. Like, hey man, come on, get up now. Come on, Tyson. Come on, get up. Okay, yeah, he's up now. Like, bro, you don't get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. The nigga literally, bro, got on his knees, looked over him, yelled, was holding his one. Dude, the nigga was told him, he was like, bro, I'm on 7, bro. Get your ass up.
One thing that always, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. I just, but that shit was ridiculous, bro. I never seen that shit before.
I always ask people, like, oh, I'm sorry.
Now go ahead.
I always ask people with the back to the glove situation with how dirty boxing is. I'm like, how can y'all come to the conclusion that Cotto was cheated and if the commission is so effective? I have to ask people, and then the shit they give me is fucking hilarious. It's like because they saw it.
The commission literally sat there and said, despite what you Negroes are saying, it's been approved. So we really even shouldn't even be showing y'all the gloves. Fuck y'all. Basically, that's my interpretation from what the guy from the commission was saying. Basically, fuck Deontay Wilder and the Bomb Squad and the rest of the Negroes at home or at the fight watching this fight. It don't even matter if I even show you the damn gloves because Tyson Fury gets to come out with these gloves no matter what. It was like no point of even doing the fucking that shit don't. It's not even, bro. That's just not right. It's not right. And like I said, man, I'm it's probably a blessing that I'm not truly involved with the Bomb Squad like that because that type of shit would have pissed me off. Cause I would have been sitting there on my Malcolm X shit. I'd have been debating the hell out that shit. What? So what are we even doing here? Can you tell me what is the point of us even being here? So you're telling that our opinions don't mean nothing, or why do you even invite us to this? So basically, we can go back and do our own thing, right? Shit. Come on, man. I'd have been sitting there fucking trying to debate that shit all fucking night. Fans would have been like, why the fight ain't start? Nigga, because these motherfuckers think they're slick with how the hell every glove looks identical, same color, all that shit, but you can't go on the website and buy that fucking glove.
I was just about to say, I put the link in a chat of a live stream and I said, tell me where you can find Tyson Fury's gloves. Which ones was he wearing? Which model? And my comment kept getting deleted. And I'm just like, thank you. That's all I need to know. Tell me which ones he was wearing. Because it's funny, because if you go to the website, they all say Mexican style. They all say horsehair, but none of them look like the gloves Tay Jones showed us. Not one. Not one. And literally, you can go on the website right now. They all say professional, 10-ounce, Mexican style, horsehair gloves. None of them look like the ones Tay Jones showed us. The website has not been updated. You can go to it right the fuck now and see all the competition models. You can see the ones, or you can even see the ones that they was wearing with fucking Klitschko. You can see the colors. You can see all kinds of shit. You can even pick Mexican style, but none of them. They even say pro Mexican style boxing gloves right here. None of them look like that glove. And you know what's funny? I actually said, if y'all feel this way about Tyson Fury, because I was talking to some Mexican fans, I was like, if y'all feel this way about Tyson Fury, that means Margarito is pretty much vindicated and Cotto just got his ass whooped. And they was all like, well, no, that's different. And I'm like, no. Cotto didn't get cheated. He got his ass whooped. That's what it is. He sucked that night. He sucked dick and he got his ass whooped. And then they were like, oh, no, that was different. Margarito's dirty. He's a cheater. They caught him. And I'm like, well, so what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Gloves nowhere. You cannot find them fucking gloves. I never thought about that shit.
You can literally go Google Path and Sports and go on the website. They will literally say pro style Mexican style fight gloves. They don't look like Tyson Fury's gloves. They don't.
That's fucking crazy, bro. That let you know that it's some fuck shit going on right there. You can't even go buy them bitches.
You literally cannot buy them. You can't.
Because those are the special gypsy gloves. They come with a little magic on them.
Yeah, you gotta be a gypsy. You gotta be a gypsy to get them. That's why Wilder can't get them, because he's not a gypsy.
You gotta be a made man, a made gypsy.
It makes sense now. Right.
Yeah. Because of MX gloves, I can find MX gloves. I can find MX gloves, no problem. I can find Grants. I can find all kinds. But for some reason, and it's funny, I can find Grant gloves. Grant don't even have a motherfucking website. But when you go on Path and Sport and you try to find them gloves, they don't have them there. And keep in mind, I know, like, because the casuals will come in and say they were custom made. I know they were custom made. I'm not looking for the fucking gypsy sign on them. I'm not looking for the paint job. I'm looking for the model of glove. I want to see those same dents. I want to see the same creases. I want to see all that crap. Right. And you can't find them online. Because yeah, it's funny because for example, people like Manny Pacquiao, they only wear Cleto Reyes gloves, right? They only wear Cleto. Cleto Reyes is one of probably the most famous horsehair glove on the planet. Muhammad Ali wore them. Everybody wore them. Mayweather used to wear them. But when you look at them, ain't no creases and dents.
No,
Huh? They smooth as a motherfucker, ain't they?
there's a bitch. My will
And
used to
it's
work.
funny. Yeah, and it's funny because when the camera zoomed in on Wilder's MX gloves, wasn't they smooth even after he was punching Fury's ass?
Facts.
So it's like you keep saying, "Oh, you have no evidence, you have no proof." Okay, why can't we all have some Tyson Fury gloves? Huh? What if I want to become a professional fucking fighter and I want to whoop some ass? Huh? I can buy MX, but I can't buy Paffins. I can't buy the Fury Paffins. Okay. Oh, okay.
It's crazy. They don't got his fucking gloves nowhere, though. This wild. This fucked up. This y'all. That's it. That's the answer right there, y'all. That's how you know. In one simple question, you really could answer all this cheating shit with that right there. Why don't Fury? That's it right there, y'all. Why we can't find his gloves?
And to Lex's point, I'm sad to say, I'm not gonna say who it is because I don't want to start any shit. It's just whatever. But I was on a black man's channel. It was a black man's channel, and he just kept deleting my shit, not addressing it. And I'm like, oh, this is what I be talking about. This is the this is the shit I be talking about. And it's not even about Fury not being the superior boxer. Fury is the superior boxer. He always was. He just been doing it longer. But if that's the case and all well and good, why all the bullshit? Integrity should still matter. They use skill. They use skill as a fucking proxy for race. Because they came in before they had even fought the second fight talking about, I just like Tyson Fury because, well, first they said he's a more likable person. But then when you tell him he's a fucking drug addict cheat, they're like, okay, maybe it's not likability. He just has skills. What the fuck do skills got to do with liking a person? Like, what the fuck does that got to do with nothing? You telling me you like somebody because of their superior boxing skill? You sound stupid. If that's the case, then you must hate 99% of the planet because most of us can't fucking box. The fuck is that? Oh, I don't like Wilder because he got what he got without skills. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's not even a good excuse.
Man, you see that post that somebody tried to put like a picture of like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and Rosa Parks on Wilder,
Right.
and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And this guy L Dog says, oh, because Wilder brought up race, so he deserves all this. I'm like, so you're telling me that my people who died fighting against racism deserves to get trolled into a boxing match? They deserve to get disrespected because a comment that a boxer made? Make that make sense.
But again, when Santa Cruz got slaughtered, when Mario Barrios got his ass whooped, when all these other people get demolished, did nobody talk any shit? That's why
We post pictures of fucking Selena and shit. Like, what the fuck? Who does that? Only weirdos.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, like I said, if Canelo fuck around and lose, boy, I'm telling you, you're gonna have to unfollow me. I'm gonna get petty. I'm
They
gonna
gonna
get
say y'all
so
racist. Y'all niggas working with ICE.
I'm about to
Tyson
get
shit.
I'm about to get real bad. It's gonna get fucking
Man, I'm
bad.
telling you, I
feel
already
sorry.
know it, bro, because Caleb Plant win, man. They gonna be like, what are you blacks rooting for? He's white. Yeah. They try to be on some divide and conquer shit.
Yeah,
Y'all see that?
but then they think that Canelo gonna win, so they're trying to already say Caleb Plant's black. Like, oh, you consider him black? I'm like, dude, I consider him a fucking pro fighter. What are you talking about? Like, I consider him a dude that I've never met before, and I'm probably not gonna take the time out to go meet. But he's a pro fighter, and he seems like a cool, decent person. He doesn't use drugs. So that's already a plus.
Exactly. I mean,
He's not on
damn, I already like
steroids.
him over that guy because he don't do drugs. Hey, you see people felt a certain type of way when I posted a picture of Plant and Haney and Sean Porter in the gym working out or whatever. And I
Right.
was like, damn, let's basically appreciate the fact that these niggas ain't never got popped dirty for peds and most likely never will. And people got upset. Like, how do you get upset for that? Like, I don't understand. This is the times that we live in. People get upset that we say fighters, we know these fighters ain't gonna pop dirty.
Right.
Crazy, right? Make it make sense.
It's crazy because when you say these things, they're like, oh, well, if you don't like PED cheats, you must be racist against all Mexicans. And it's like, you do realize that basically you're labeling all Mexicans as PED cheats. Like, not me, though, right? Like, that's basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, gloves
Everybody
pass
from
all the
Mexico. Why
testing.
everybody from Mexico, bro? Why? What's his name? Burcho. Did he ever pop dirty for clenbuterol?
I don't think so. I don't
And
recall.
he full blooded Mexican, live in Mexico, right?
I
Crazy
believe
how that
so.
works. You tell me he ain't never ate a steak and had a fight?
I mean, look at look at
Crazy how
look
that works.
look at Luis Neri. Luis Neri from Bantamweight, who just lost to Brandon Figueroa. That man has lived in Mexico for most of his life. That man became a world champion off of 9 amateur fucking fights, and he don't get enough respect. They over here on Canelo nuts, and they got a whole ass fucking prodigy over there. That man had 9 amateur fights and snatched a world champion belt. But they over here worry about Canelo white ass. You got real Mexicans putting in real work, natural, be getting matched up tough, and they
Nigga,
over here worry
Mary
about
got
Canelo.
caught too, bro.
Oh, Neri fucking failed the test.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, damn. Oh, I gotta scratch him off my list. I didn't even know.
And that's why it makes it look bad because
Oh fuck.
people like Neri, he got caught too. Then it was like, oh, he's not in Reynoso's gym. But I'm like, nigga, he was. That's still somebody in the association. Bro, there's like 4 people. I think officially it's 4 people from the Reynoso gym who got caught up with that shit.
Bruh, I didn't. That was fucking heartbreaking. I was giving Neri so much credit. I was about to make a Twitter post like, you know what? Neri is disrespected by the Mexican fans because he's actually putting it in. Here I am. Here I find out that this nigga's
Yeah.
garbage too.
Google it.
No, I believe you. Fuck this. God damn it! I had no fucking idea what the fuck.
Let's see.
Oh, he
Shit.
failed drug test for Yamanaka. He tested positive for Zilpeterol. What the fuck is Zilpeterol?
It
God.
said it's something that's similar to clenbuterol.
Oh, it's on some budget shit.
It's basically an alternative to clenbuterol.
And then of course, literally because boxing media is so biased, commonly used in cattle to produce lean beef. Oh my god, cut the bullshit. Cut the
Because lean
bullshit.
beef is like the best type of beef, and everybody gets that.
I always tell people, I'm like, bro, if this is really what this was, do you know those tacos would fucking sell like hotcakes? Imagine being able to move tacos for $20 a taco because of the meat you got in them. Like, bro, those bison patties would be, if you could like get fucking gains, like real legitimate bodybuilder gains off some beef, like, dude, fucking tacos would be missing.
Because think about it, we don't have to take no drug test. So yeah, give me some beef from Mexico.
Exactly. We should all be running around, looking ripped and shit, eating whatever we want, eating donuts, having 8-packs.
Man, say. And they hate when we talk like this because it's the truth.
Yeah, and it's
the
funny,
truth, man.
It's funny because then they'll try to bring up people like Roy Jones, Mike Tyson, and we like, do you see us talking about them? No. Whenever you bring up the drug test, we say, yeah, they pop dirty. We don't try to go, oh, well, Mike Tyson had a fucking bad Dodger dog that day, so that is what it is. No, we say, yeah, he popped dirty. Because that's what happened. Like when Roy Jones, we say, yeah, he popped dirty because that's what happened. We don't try to cover it up and be like, oh, well, you see what happened was
he was like, look at Jared Miller. Yeah, Jared Miller, he's serving his time, right?
He got banned, yeah, straight up.
Canelo gets 6 months suspension, get to chill out and go back into the fight. Man, Triple G, there's too much money involved. I'd have been pressing for that fucking fight to be fucking what you call it, no contest.
Yeah. I was talking to T about that on T show. Cause the dude that what's the name? The dude that Jamal James getting ready to fight, he fought Besputin and Besputin beat his ass. because he couldn't really hurt Besputin. Besputin tested positive. That fight got changed to a new contest, so Butayev's record still because he lost to Besputin. And I'm like, how come Canelo, Fury, and all these other people don't get that treatment? Don't get the Besputin treatment? Because I remember the Hammer fight was supposed to be turned to a no contest, but then all of a sudden that case disappeared. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But shit, I gotta wrap up because I gotta get up out of here. Shout out to you, man. Look, tomorrow's fight's gonna be great. We're gonna be back on this channel talking about it. I think, dude, I don't know, man. I honestly, this shit is hard to really judge, man. I got Heron winning, but I wouldn't be surprised if the young bull goes out there and pulls it off.
It's a coin toss. It's a straight 50-50. They both have the assets to win, and they both have the vulnerabilities to lose.
Yeah, we just gonna see.
Yeah. All right, for sure. Thanks for having me, man. Have a
All
good
right,
one.
brother.